meansies. And
If you know what that means, we're recording and everything. It's not, though. I guess it's a little bit. The waveforms are a little bit easier to see this time.
It was
last time. It was like really, really quiet.
It was okay. It took a little bit of squinty eye looking to get it going.
Squinty eye looking.
I did it. Phone's muted. Vibration off.
Don't even have my phone. Don't even have my phone down here.
Mine's fully muted.
I'm gonna take these keys out of my pocket. Oh,
yeah. Should we do some stretches? Perhaps? Limber up.
Right. All right, guys. All right. No. Headphones, get out of here.
Turn those down. Get rid of them.
So loud. So loud, headphones.
Wow. That didn't take as long as the first
No.
time. So
we kind of know what we were doing this time, so that's good. We kind of knew what we were doing. Anyway. Yeah, definitely.
That's the way to do it.
Camera's pointing a little bit your way, but whatever. I think it's even. I think it's pretty even Stevens over on the other side. Everything's going. Everything's working.
Wow, we've done it.
Yes. Let me take out my Ridge wallet here. Oh. Hashtag not sponsored. Let's put that right there and try and get that sponsorship money going.
That's going to do it. You've done it. Sponsorship is going to be starting tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so. Let me get my back plate going. What's going on here? There we
got this dining room chair here.
You got a dining room chair. We got to get another chair.
Nah, we'll wait till the money starts rolling. Then we'll get another chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you need a book?
Do I need a book?
Where's the book?
What do I need a book for?
I don't know. It's got our itinerary on it.
It does? Where'd it go?
Oh, it went upstairs.
Okay.
I was using it to take notes for Gamescom, and then I gave up on taking notes for Gamescom because it's utterly boring.
Gamescom sucks.
I was like, oh my god, I'm not interested in any of this.
Well, I mean...
Except...
Save it.
Yep.
Save it for the Gamescom talk. We can talk about what little we saw.
Yes, that sounds great.
It goes intro, weekly catch-up, news, whatever, gaming news, blah, 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 streaming news, hardware news, Weebus Plebus, other media, Weebus Plebus, peace the fuck out.
Hell yeah, dog!
That's how
Let's do it.
That's how we do this thing. Who's doing the intro?
I don't know. We should probably pick this out before we do the thing, you know?
Probably.
Well, guys, welcome to the podcast, episode 3.
3, wow.
Of the STVPodcast. I'm MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Is it? It is.
It is afternoon. We're
going to talk about... We got quite a show lined up for you. We got a lot of topics, a lot of hardware topics, a lot of software topics, and a few little TV movie show topics.
Indeedy. I like to say it's about games, streaming, and streaming games. That's what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
I stole that from another podcast that says that they're about games, Japan, and Japanese games. That's the 8-4 Play podcast.
Oh.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so how was your work week this week?
Oh, it was awful.
Oh.
Absolutely awful.
Nice. Tell me about your exploded tire.
I had an exploded tire.
Okay.
So the boss is like, you guys are going to work all day today. And then you're going to work all night tonight. And I'm like, that sounds awful.
It sounds illegal.
It does sound illegal. So it's going to be like a 24-hour shift.
That's definitely not legal.
We're on our way. We do the morning shift, which is just getting supplies, making sure all our vans are stocked. We had to pick my truck up from the shop because it wasn't working properly. And we get rolling out. We get about halfway up to the job site, and my partner behind me, he's falling behind pretty close, and he's like, your back tire's a little bit wobbly. I'm like, okay, we'll pull over in the next town and take a look. And then some guy comes by with a load of rocks in his trailer, sprays him with rocks. He's like, oh man, the hell, I got glass all over me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Glass all over you? I don't understand. So we pull over. I look at his van windshield, and he's got a hole right through his van windshield from that rocks.
Wow, that sounds like they should improperly tied down load.
Oh yes, 100%. And I look at my tire, and it's just right off the rim. There's barely any tire there.
Wow.
So it's like 6 o'clock p.m. and we're just waiting there to get the old
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Get the old mobile truck coming out. We're supposed to be up there at the job site by 9 to get PM? This. What we're doing is doing a night cut, which is where waiting for nighttime, and then we're cutting live fiber, so we're cutting a lot of people out of service, and then we're reattaching it before the daytime comes.
Do they know this is happening?
They know it's happening.
Okay. Just you're in the middle of streaming and like, wait, where's my net?
Right?
Okay, I get it.
It's a small community that's getting cut out, so
Okay.
it's like there's not many people there.
Anyways, who cares?
And yeah, that was fantastic.
So that was day one?
That was, well, the previous day, the hot water tank stopped working, and my work phone bricked.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So now I've got a new hot water tank. I've got a brand new iPhone SE for work.
Oh my.
With no contacts on it.
Oh, I see. New phone, who dis?
New phone, who dis? I was doing that a lot. Everyone was like, yeah, right, funny.
Oh,
Like, no, seriously, new phone, who dis? I don't know. I don't have any
iPhone?
contacts.
Why iPhone?
That's just what the work pays for.
Okay, fair enough.
So I really need to get myself a personal phone. So I'm really looking into like I really want a Galaxy Note 20.
Those are big.
But I don't want to pay for a Galaxy Note 20. I don't want to pay that extra $56 a month on top of my $75 a month phone bill.
I like my $28 phone bill. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But you gotta have a broken phone. So.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And then after that, the work week was perfect, right?
Well, there was no work to do.
Oh. Work was done.
Yeah, we had to, that was what we had to do for the rest of the week. And then, so yesterday it was just like, go in, go home.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
got a lot done around the house. I got a lot of stuff put on my shelves over there.
So you put in a new hot water tank?
Yeah, well.
You didn't put it in?
I didn't put it in. The professionals put it in.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. We watched the Rebus Plebus selection last night and this morning.
The double. Wow. 2?
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
Wowee. That's impressive. That's nice. My work week involved me being at work, and then I was cold, and I apparently looked like I was sick. I wasn't feeling the best, so they sent me home.
Well.
So I was at home. COVID's wild, y'all.
Yeah.
So I went home, and I wasn't feeling too well. I was super cold, as usual. Even more so, like shivering cold. So I don't know. I have an idea that maybe I got a little bit of the food poisoning, but I'm not sure. I have an idea of where it came from. But yeah, so anyways, my work week was kind of shot, but I got to sleep a lot, so that's kind of cool.
I hate that semi-food poisoning feeling. You're just like, oh, I think I'm just going to sleep.
Exactly.
I'm just going to sleep it off.
I slept a lot. It was crazy. Like, usually I'm up till like midnight, and then I'm waking up at like 7 or 6:30 or something like that. But I was like in bed by like 9, asleep by 10, and then would be like, oh, it's 10 o'clock the next day. And I wake up, like, wow. And I didn't really eat anything on the Wednesday, and then Thursday, sorry. And then Friday, it was like all of a sudden at like 10, 11 a.m. and I was like, holy crap, I'm hungry.
That ravenous feeling just hits.
Oh my God. So, anyways.
Like, just eat all of the things.
Yep. So all I did was watch Family Guy and sleep, so it was okay. I don't recommend that feeling to anybody, though. So,
what are we playing this week?
What was I playing this week?
Yeah.
Oh man. Tell me why. This game. Tell me why. Just came out. It's by Dotnod. They did the Life is Strange games. It's like I don't want to call it a walking simulator because I hate that term. It's a narratively driven adventure game, and it's no spoiler to say the story starts out, and it's the story of two twins, a guy and a girl. The guy's transgender, and the girl, they're twins. They were whatever. And it starts off with their mom being killed. And it's like, what happened to them? The one boy, Tyler, he's been in like, not really juvenile hall, but he got sent away for 10 years. He's finally coming home, and they got to sell the old family house, and they got to figure out what was going on there. And it's got some twists, and it's got some turns, and it took me in directions I did not see coming.
Huh.
I played through the whole thing, 4 hours, just on stream last night, basically. And it was good. I had a good time. I'd recommend it. I'm going to try to make some sort of Let's Play for YouTube. We'll see if that happens, but we're gonna see about it anyways. So I highly recommend that game. Yeah, very good. Very good.
I did not get to tune in last night to look a little bit.
That's okay. You can't watch every stream.
That's true. You can't. It's just not possible.
But other than that, Warframe, just stupid Warframe, just flying around and shooting stuff. I've been playing a lot with one of my buddies, and it's been a lot of fun. That game is made to take your time and your money. It hasn't taken much money from me, but it's taken a lot of time. So
yeah, lots of grind.
Oh yeah, but I don't know, it's a good grind, so I like it.
Yeah.
What about yourself? What have you been playing this week?
I didn't really get to play too many video games this week. What did I even play this week? I know I played Among Us. That was fun. Played that with a bunch of the local streamer crew.
Yep. I saw some of that.
Very fun. We played a little... I finally got to try out World War III.
Oh, wow.
I finally got to try out World War III last night.
You were gifted that one.
I was gifted that one by one of my Twitch chatters.
Yeah. And what did you think?
It's once it like it's weird. Like the graphics look like they're nowadays graphics, but also like 10 years ago graphics because not all the textures are like up to snuff.
Oh yeah.
The time to kill is like super short. It feels like a Call of Duty game, but almost like Day of Defeat. The old Valve game.
Right.
World War II Valve game. It's got kind of a similar vibe to it.
It doesn't sound like something I enjoyed.
Definitely not.
The low time to kill is kind of works against me. I'm like the first to die, so I need a long time to kill because then at least I can shoot back.
Yeah.
Before I die. So, are you gonna play that anymore?
Maybe there's like barely anyone playing it. It's hard to find anyone in the game because it has been removed from the Steam store due to needing to go back to the drawing board and get some stuff fixed.
But isn't that game like 6 years old?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I thought it was
in
early access for like 6 years now.
I mean, there's been a lot of games in early access for quite a long time that are just coming out.
And it's going free to play?
It's going free to play.
Okay. I won't check it out when it comes to free to play, but that's good.
They're going to, and everyone who bought it, they're just going to hand out a bunch of stuff to them. So they're like, oh, sorry.
Sorry we took your money.
Yeah. Thanks for the support.
We're going to give you skins for a game no one plays. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't go that way, but you know.
Oh well.
It's hard to do a shooter like that that's new and not from like one of the bigger publishers and have people stay on and play it.
True, definitely true. I mean, yeah, it just looked like a generic Call of Duty clone to me, so interest was low, and your glowing review is not making me want to check it out. What about what was going on for streaming this week for you?
What did I even do? I
Well,
didn't even stream too much.
You did a little bit.
Did I?
Yeah, you did
I can't
last
even
night.
recall. I did last night for sure. We did a little DJ stream.
You did a little
before
DJ stream.
playing World War III. Now it's fun.
Wait, did you play World War III on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
can
it
go
was
back and watch.
Yeah, last night.
Oh, I thought you were talking about playing it offline or something.
Oh no, I played it online. I don't. Do I even play games offline anymore?
Well,
sometimes
you should, but you don't.
I should, but I don't. So I don't. It's hard to find the time.
I agree. Yeah, the little DJ stream last night. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't think you did anything else during the week.
I don't think I did either. I mean, that whole split shift thing really messed everything up, and then I don't know. It's just working long days and then short days.
Hate when that happens. Hate when that happens.
Like Monday, I think I put in 12.
That sounds terrible.
And then I was just too tired. Like anything over 10, and I don't even want to stream. It's just like, no, it's too much. It's too much. I don't even want to do it.
Exactly. After 8, I'm just like, maybe not today. Which I should just do, because every time when I start going, I'm like, yes, I'm enjoying this. But beforehand, I'm like, I'm so tired.
Oh, I streamed some Beat Saber.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did. I streamed some Beat Saber.
That's right. I watched that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did some Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Tried to do the Scatman.
Oh, man, that first Scatman map was awful. It was just like...
Yeah, it was...
It's not good.
Some ridiculous mapping in that game, for sure.
Some people are just like, hey, check out my 10 notes per second.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out my 20 notes per second.
I did see someone else playing, and I noticed you play in a much different style than the ones that are, like, going, like, tournament ready, I would say, where they barely move and it's just moving their wrists. Which
there's
looks so boring. Just look like a little T-Rex.
I like to have a good time. I like to have a good dance, around or prance around. You know what I mean?
It's a lot more fun than and these streamers. They're just standing there moving their wrists. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways,
they're real good at the game, but
yeah, it does not look like a fun way to play the game. So
no.
Whatever.
And they play those ridiculously hard maps that have terrible songs.
I guess that's the only way you can beat those ones is you play that way.
Yeah.
No full.
Otherwise, your shoulders just like
just
like
dead
limp
rubber
all
arms.
over. Yep.
Rubber arms.
Rubber arms.
Exactly. Cool. Alrighty. Well, why don't we take a little short break here, and then we'll move on into some news you can use.
Usable news.
I think that's probably
Okay.
big enough. But we got to remember to do it on the intro back.
Yeah.
Because that's what really makes it easier.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna close this door.
Oh, I didn't
you can close the door.
I didn't close it.
Yeah. You're over there. You can close it.
But I thought I did close it.
Could be watching the last episode while we went live.
So we were live. Nice. All right. Man.
All right. Let's do some sharing.
Sure.
I haven't done any sharing. Share via what? No, hello. More. How do I share to my page?
Gotta get that exclamation mark in there.
Yeah, I overuse the exclamation mark. It's my most overused punctuation.
Nah, dude. You can never have enough exclamation marks.
Oh, we should probably do the old Discord.
Oh, shit, yes, I forgot about that. Hey, can you do that on mine too, please, sir?
Yes.
Did you see that nasty-ass banana?
It came out of the freezer. I was like, I need a banana for scale.
Oh, that was your banana.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That was a gross-looking banana, dude.
It came straight out of the freezer. It didn't have any fresh bananas.
Why did you need a banana for scale?
You always have to do bananas for scale.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh. So 23.
Stream announcements, right?
Yeah.
Function 3.
Oh god, no arrow keys. I forgot this keyboard, man.
There
There we go.
There we go. Then we go here.
Oh.
And do we want to put it in general?
I don't know. Where do people normally do it over here?
There's a self-promotion page, but nobody looks at it.
Okay, let's fucking do it in here then. This guy's putting a picture of Mr. Beast in here.
Mr. Beast Gaming.
Yeah.
Then we go here, and we go to the bag.
Who's the bag?
Then we go to plug yourself.
Who's the bag?
The bag? That's bag to choose.
Oh. Okay. I get you. Put one of them down here too.
Oh.
Curb can't hear Curb a lot of the time. What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Willis? Am I coming through over there?
Yeah, you're coming through.
It could be just because I'm not talking into the microphone.
Yeah. We gotta be pretty up close and personal.
Hopefully, it doesn't get all fucky. Splat.
Hopefully.
I just saw on Discord, Splat, where you said in Slinth's Discord, okay, Slinth, have a terrible day. Why are you crying about the ping, Splat? It was intentional. Bing.
Yeah, intentional ping.
Ping a ding ding.
Ping everyone. We ping all of the people so that the people can party in here.
There we go. We've pinged. All the pingers.
All the pingers.
That means something else too, I think.
Could be. Oh, let's go back to here.
Okay.
And we're back.
We're
Hope
back.
you enjoyed those messages from our non-existent sponsors.
Don't break the illusion.
There might be sponsors in there one day.
Not this day, but
Not,
maybe one
not
day.
today,
Exactly.
but maybe.
If
Maybe
anyone
soon.
wants to sponsor us, you can just slide in our DMs for sure.
For sure.
Burger King, are you listening?
Yeah, Burger King, get in here.
Exactly.
Where's our TTS donation?
Well, they're disabled in the stream, but
That's too bad.
that's okay.
Burger King's not coming in then.
They could try anyways. Actually, we don't have anything set up in this thing. There's like virtually nothing. So
Virtually, there's definitely nothing.
if you're watching this on Twitch while we do the live stream, yeah, there's like nothing on the page. So we got to work on that.
Yes.
Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about news.
We're talking about news.
Yes. What kind of news are we starting with today?
Let's start with some hardware news and maybe some software news. Let's talk about the PS5 for a little second.
PS5. Okay. I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
You have heard of it. Sony here with the PS5 is saying that the launch titles for the PS5 lineup is the best. It's the best ever.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, really? Are you sure?
Who said this?
Sony did.
Someone at Sony?
Someone at Sony saying they're claiming that it's the best. The best
Okay, well,
the best lineup ever.
They say that every time. That's
Yes.
typical PR speak. No surprise there.
Yeah. So the article has 15 games that are
Okay.
that are the best.
Is this
ever.
going to be like the Xbox one we did the other week where it was like all these third-party games?
No, there's some first party games like
Okay.
Astro's Playroom here.
Say what?
Yeah.
Astro's
Astro's Playroom. You remember Astro?
Is this
right?
like the knack of the PS5 launch? Is that what we're looking at here? Astro's Playroom?
Well, Astro's Playroom was a PSVR thing.
Oh, God.
For like the original one where you could like control them with like your controller and stuff in the VR, and it was
Okay.
I never
Is
did
it a VR game?
It's a VR thing. I don't know if it's a VR thing. Oh yeah, it's a VR thing.
Man, a launch PS5 VR game?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Okay, next.
Now we got NBA 2K21. Look at that sweat
I
in
mean,
that trailer.
the
Look how good
graphics
it
in these
is.
games are crazy. I haven't played an NBA 2K game since probably like 2004 on the Dreamcast. I guess I played one on the Xbox. I used to be big into these games, but I kind of realized basketball is boring. The graphics are crazy. I won't be playing this. I don't know anybody that I know that will be playing this.
I know one person that I know that will be playing this.
Okay, one sale.
One
confirmed.
sale that I know of because he's a huge basketball
Okay,
nerd.
that's cool.
Yeah.
People love basketball. I don't.
Yeah.
The graphics though in those games, some of the best you'll see. So that is something to look forward to if you're into that.
If you're
Yeah.
if you're a basketball nerd.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. And then we have Destiny 2 Beyond Light expansion.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I'm into it because they're taking the whole thing
Oh my
and turning it
God.
around. It's like, oh, you guys aren't light
These
anymore.
guys
You
at
guys are of the
Bungie.
darkness now. I'm like, no, I'm not into it. Keep me from the light.
These guys from Bungie, they get lost so hard. They get lost in the sauce and they don't know where they're going. And then 5 years down the road, they'll be like, oh yeah, we screwed it all up. Here's what you wanted. And then they'll drop a bomb on you like when they did with, what was it, the Broken Throne? Is that the one that everyone loved? I can't remember.
The raid was called
The
King's
Fallen King?
Fall.
What was it called? Anyways, they did it with Destiny 1 and they did it with Destiny 2. Hopefully this will be good, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be like Destiny, but it'll have terrible story and the gunplay will be all pretty good. Probably not awesome, but pretty good.
Oh, the gunplay is always awesome in Destiny, I find. It's
Is
just,
it?
just every gun just feels good to shoot.
Okay, that's true. But
They all feel good to shoot. They
You know
got
what?
great sounds, great animations, and everything.
you know what sucks in Destiny, though, is every PvP match is like everybody fighting over heavy. Like, just where's the mode with no heavy? That's what I want to
Especially
play.
in Destiny 2. Although I
Oh,
haven't played,
God.
they did do some adjustments to it, and I haven't played it since they have done those adjustments.
No
so-
heavy mode, please. Fire that up for me.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah.
Destiny.
And then something actually that looks kind of interesting. It's going to be the Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales.
So this is just going to be like...
It's probably just going to be a reskin of Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's going to be like... What could you compare it to? It's like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or Assassin's Creed, like, where they had number 2, and then they were like, well, we got to pump out a couple sequels, take the same assets, maybe another skin, and just hand it off to the B team. I don't know that, but I think it's true.
I mean, it might be.
Especially if it's a launch title. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe they'll put the whole effort into it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know much about Miles Morales, but it just seems like if it was like the big deal, big ticket, it'd be Peter Parker.
Okay, so it says there's an expansion and an enhancement to the previous game.
There you go.
So it is just an expansion
There
kind
you
of
go.
deal. A standalone expansion,
There
maybe.
you go.
And then we have Deathloop, which I don't know anything about, but it's made by Arcane.
Is this like Gemini Man, but in a game? Oh no, he's stuck in a time loop. I mean, Arcane. What have they done?
Dishonored.
Dishonored. I played the demo. People love the Dishonored games. They don't sell too well, so maybe this will be the franchise that they can drive into the ground because I'm pretty sure Arcane's owned by Bethesda. So they'll, or maybe this is being published by Bethesda or something.
Yeah, if I had time to play video games, like I want to have time to play video games, I would definitely play some Dishonored. 'Cause that looks amazing.
Just gotta make time.
I gotta make time.
Do time to make time.
Madden 21.
I'm sure it'll look good. I'm sure it'll have a lot less features. I mean, I haven't played a Madden in like 10 years either. Like, launch Maddens always suck. They have no features from the previous gen. They look really good, but it's like they don't have any of the features. Maybe they've changed now where they'll have all the features. But man, launch Maddens have sucked in the past.
Yeah, we can only hope. We can only
hope that it sucks?
We can only hope that it's got, stuff from the past that they bring up.
Okay.
And they don't have to start from ground
I
up.
thought you were wishing the ill will or something.
No. I hope Madden does really well. And I mean, it's going to because it's a sports game and people love it.
It's Madden. It'll sell fine.
I mean, it'll have like Madden Ultimate Team where you're cracking packs.
Well, that's the thing. Will it though?
I don't know. Not in, not in some places, but other places it will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dirt 5.
I've never played any of the Dirt games.
It's a racing game.
It is a racing game.
Slide it down the list.
I'm sure it's
it'll look good.
Yeah. I mean, this screenshot looks pretty good.
What an incredible screenshot.
It looks great. It's got water. It's got smoke. There's no dirt. Disappointed.
Whatever. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I've always heard that these games have awesome stories. I've never played one. I would like to play one.
Well, the Vampire the Masquerade RPG is all about great storytelling.
Yes.
I mean, you're a vampire fighting werewolves, fighting
magi. It sounds good.
I think.
This one's the sequel to the original, so continuing the story, I guess. I don't know. Are they gonna have a catch-up video at the start?
I don't know.
I had always wanted to check them out. Never played them.
Yeah. Then we have Observer System Redux.
Remaster of this game that no one asked for.
Does it even need a remaster?
I don't know. Did it look pretty good?
It looked like really good. I mean, I played it for a little bit and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool."
So this was done by Bloober Team. I think they did the Blair Witch, which I enjoyed a lot. I got to go play this one. I never have played it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't get too excited about like a re-release for a launch title on a next-gen console. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, no.
I want something new.
Definitely new. Speaking of new,
this looks stupid. I don't know what it is.
Jet the Far Shore.
This looks dumb from this picture. What is this about?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking for AAA launch titles. Like, fine, they got Fall Guys coming out for PS5 on launch day. Cool. Skip it. On to the next one.
Super cool.
I want to see something good. Bug Snacks. This looks like it's some after-school special stuff.
It's created by the guys who created Octodad, so it might be wacky, silly, good times.
I mean, that's cool. This looks like I could play this on the Switch, so I'm not excited for PS5.
And then
Rainbow Six Siege. This will probably look awesome. This will look awesome on PS5. I don't care about Rainbow Six.
It's all going to be down to how it performs.
I'm sure it'll look great.
Because people are going to want that.
This will be
crispy,
like a showcase. Yeah.
Oh yeah, crispy, 60 frames per second. Otherwise, it's not going to play.
You got to check it out. 60 frames per second.
They got to have 60. It's got to be locked. 60. Can't have 30.
Dude, have you ever played a console game? They're never 60 frames per second. They always say we're doing it. This time it's 4K and it's 60 frames per second. No, it's going to be 1080p, 30 frames per second. Not a chance.
I think they'll get 60 out of 1080p.
I think you're full of it, but we'll see anyways.
Then we had Godfall, which was one of the release trailers they released when they were releasing trailers back in the day.
For the PS5?
For the PS5.
What is this, like Destiny? I mean, not Destiny, Diablo or something?
I think so. It's like a loot-focused fantasy game with hack and slash abilities, so it's definitely going to be a la Diablo style.
From Borderlands 3 developer Gearbox. Gearbox has kind of not been doing it for me recently.
No.
Borderlands 3. What else they got? What was that hero shooter they did? Battleborn? What else did they do?
Battleborn?
Oh, they did Battleborn. What else did they do? Duke Nukem Forever?
Well, everyone did Duke Nukem Forever.
Even Aliens, what was the Colonial Marines?
Colonial Marines.
Like, their record has been down the drain recently. So hopefully this will be interesting, but I don't know.
Then we have Outriders, which is supposed to be the Destiny or Anthem killer. Anthem's already dead and Destiny's on its way.
So this is from People Can Fly. Weren't these the guys that did Bulletstorm?
Oh, I don't know.
When they would say the swearing would just ridiculous, like grade 12-year-old humor in it. I mean, okay, maybe if they drop that humor. This does look like it's Destiny 2.0.
Yeah, it does.
Or
like
3.0.
that little screenshot there is definitely looking like Destiny. Or more akin to Anthem, I guess.
I mean, I'm not getting too excited about this.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, any game that comes out that's like Destiny, they try to be like Destiny, and then they're just fall on their face like Anthem. It's hard to get excited for anything like that. So you got big shoes to fill.
Absolutely. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So
this is the big boy.
Wow, I'm excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The Assassin's Creed games since Origins have been pretty damn good. This one probably will be pretty dang good too, but I don't know. This is the launch PS5. Are these announced? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, these are announced.
Okay. So there's room for more stuff to be added.
There's definitely room for more. I mean, there's still 3 months. 2 months.
Well, we don't know.
3 months,
we
maybe.
assume
November.
I think we got a story coming up about that.
We do have a story coming up.
I'm not getting the PS5 at launch.
I definitely am not either.
Not that the Xbox One X, Series X, what is it called? God, their naming sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible naming.
God.
Xbox One Series X.
I'm going to get one, but the launch lineup looks like hot trash too, so
yeah.
We'll see, especially now that Halo's been
delayed into oblivion.
Kicked to infinity and beyond, basically.
We do, however, have some price leaks, some more price leaks. Okay. Every week there's more price leaks, but this is supposedly coming from a Best Buy computer.
So, computer,
yeah.
So, a few things here. I saw this and I was like, okay. The pricing, I mean, we could guess is what it's going to be.
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
Educated guess pricing here.
Yeah.
$4.99, $3.99 for the digital one. That sounds reasonable. They're not going to do when they did PS3 and it's it's $5.49. You should get 2 jobs.
And I mean, this is all in American freedom bucks. So
exactly. Well, that's what they wanted the PS3 to be at launch. Was $5.49, and they were like, "You'll get a second job if you can't afford it." They were high on their horse then. They're pretty high on their horse right now with a lot of things they do. But the one thing that really makes me go this isn't real is the global and Japan launch dates. Global launch date, November 20th. Japan launch, November 14th. I don't know if you remember for the PS4, but the PS4 didn't come out to Japan for 2 months after the worldwide release.
Wow.
2 or 3 months it was out in the world before it went to Japan, because they know their money is to be made in the West now. If you look at console sales in Japan versus the rest of the world, all the money is made in the West.
Yes.
I do not see the launch being 6 days earlier in Japan. I could be mistaken, but I just don't see it happening. Same day, yes. But yeah, the PS4 was out for 2 or 3 months before it came into Japan.
Yeah, it seems a little bit silly that they would do that.
I mean, like I said, the money is to be made in the West. The other thing too is like the price on this Spider-Man. Now that we know maybe Spider-Man Miles Morales is more of an expansion / DLC thing, this price of $39 does not ring true to me either. Like,
it's a little bit expensive. It's just going to be, but if it is a standalone expansion,
yes,
then it might make more sense.
But even at a launch time, is Sony going to let? I don't know. Are these guys that do the Spider-Man games, are they first party? Are they owned by Sony? I don't know if they're owned by Sony, if they just have a deal with Sony.
I don't know.
Anyways, are they going to let them release a game for $39? Or is it going to be like, no, games are $69. So,
maybe even $79
yeah,
now.
Well, and yeah, exactly. What's it going to be in Canada? $89? So this was done by Insomniac. I think they're owned by Sony. I don't see them letting them do that. It's got to be, this is a premier product with a premier price. So,
yeah, so there's a tweet by Jason Schreier. He says, Spider-Man Miles Morales is not an expansion or an enhancement or a remaster, despite a Sony executive commenting this morning, a source tells Bloomberg News. Nor is it Spider-Man 2. It is a brand new standalone game similar in scope to Uncharted Lost Legacy.
See, Uncharted Lost Legacy, this is what I was talking about, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This is like the B team. Like, you make this while we work on the real thing. So, I'm not holding out too much hope. I never played Spider-Man. I hear it's awesome. But
it looks awesome.
Yeah. This
I've never played it either.
This Spider-Man price of $39 just makes the whole list to me a little suspect.
A little sus.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, if it is B team $39.99 launch. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I can't remember any launch having a game that wasn't full price. I think even Fantavision on the PS2 was a full price release, and that was like a fireworks simulator. Like that was literally you just watch the screen.
Yeah. So we have prices for the DualSense charging station, the PS5 HD camera, the Pulse 3D headset. Which what the H is that? Is that going to be like? What is that?
$159.
$159.
Like the expansion to PSVR, so you can just use your old one on the new PS5.
Oh, that seems like a lot of money for a breakout box that would swap your components over.
I've never even heard of this thing. Pulse.
No, me neither.
So I don't know about
PS5 remote control. I guess they're trying to make it more of a media center now.
Was there not one for the PS4? There had to be one.
I don't know.
There was one for the PS2 and the PS3.
Yeah.
There had to have been one.
And the PS5 vertical stand is going to cost you 25 American Freedom bucks for a piece of plastic. That is going to...
That thing, man. You want to hide that thing away. You don't want to be looking at that thing, dude. You see that and it's like you're at the dentist's office or something. No, hide that thing away. What an ugly-ass console. Not that the Xbox Series X is anything to look at with its, like, Obelisk 2001 monkey crushing a skull with a stick look. But still, seriously, dude, those are some ugly-ass consoles.
Yeah, I'm more into the Xbox than I'm into the PlayStation.
Wow, you like the one that looks like a PC. I'm so shocked.
It's strange, isn't it?
Shocked.
Strange.
Wow.
The pre-order page did come open for the PS5, though.
I saw this. This is not even a pre-order page open. This is like you can submit and you might get chosen for the honor to be blessed to buy a PlayStation through the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. So I put in a request just to see what it was about.
Okay.
And now I'm just waiting.
So this shows 2 Pulse 3D wireless headsets right there.
Yeah, so what are they? So you can order, there's a limit to what you can order. You can order 1 PS5 console or 1 PS5 digital edition. You can order 2 DualSense wireless controllers, 2 DualSense charging stations, 2 Pulse 3D wireless headsets. We might have to Google this to find out what the hell this thing is. 2 media remotes and 2 HD cameras. Okay, we're gonna Google it.
So you still can't just put a battery in your PlayStation controllers? Like, why? Oh, it's your chat headsets.
Yeah, it's because they have that in the new proprietary, like, sound codec that they got going on. So this must be what it is that...
Their new stereo sound?
Yeah.
Ooh la la. It looks cool. It also looks like it'll break as soon as I put it on my head, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not into that plastic head strap.
Yeah.
I need that to be aluminium.
It definitely goes with the aesthetic Sony's
Oh,
going
totally
for here,
is.
where they're like, we want to be Apple 2.0 with the way our stuff looks.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I'm
looks
kind of
fine.
into it.
I can't wait till I see some doofus wearing that around town to
Here, this is what it looks like, guys.
do some doofus wearing that around town, listen to his tunes. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, I see their charging station. Like, can I just put some AA batteries in my controller, please, like I can on Xbox? Like, sell a separate battery pack if I wanted, not switch it out. But, like, seriously, come on, dude. I don't know. Maybe that's just... Maybe no one wants that. Maybe I'm the only one that wants that.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways. PS5. I'll get one eventually. I have to. It's in my DNA.
It's definitely in your DNA.
These... Next up, we got some unique Xbox consoles that are, like, Wonder Woman inspired. Are these bad boys? Is this like one and done? They did one of these and then...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are one and done.
These are some ugly ass consoles. Like this one with the cheetah skin on it. This... I don't know, man. These are Xbox One X's. That thing will burst into flames, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you wrap it in like a heating blanket?
I don't know. Yeah, they're one-offs. I don't even know if you could even buy them.
So this one here, let me describe it.
I got the pictures up for them.
Well, the pictures are fine and dandy for the stream. The
Oh,
podcast doesn't make too scintillating radio. We got, it's like wrapped in a cheetah skin, and I got the controller looks pretty good with the cheetah skin on it. I'll say that. There's some like studs on the corner of it. It's got WW84 on it for Wonder Woman 84. But like, does this thing come with a brush so you can brush the fur? Like,
yeah, you don't want that fur to matte. You gotta have it looking nice.
God damn, those ugly dudes. I guess they're going for the but the controller here. This is like a tie-dye, streaky 80s controller. Okay, this orange lassoed Xbox looks pretty good. The controller though, dude, they gotta sell that separately. The controller's dope. They gotta sell that separately.
They definitely do.
This thing looks like it's a dust magnet.
Yeah, if I could just buy an Xbox with like the orange top and like the black bottom, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good aesthetic right there.
The last sew on it though, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
And the last one we got here is like a solid gold. This is like Wonder Woman's helmet. Gold. Yeah. Looks like it was spray painted. It does look like
it was spray painted. It looks very poorly done.
This looks like it was spray painted gold. I'm not feeling that one. The only one is the orange one. That might look okay, but the other ones, they're just like...
Yeah,
okay.
They're kind of there.
I guess they did their gig, though. They did their thing we're talking about. So, I guess that's all we need to say about those weird ass. I mean, I'm stoked to see Wonder Woman, but those things look ugly.
Yes.
All right, what do we got here? Xbox Series X specs list?
Yeah, there's a full specs breakdown of the Xbox Series X now.
Where did this list come from? How did they find this?
I don't know.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know where they found it, but this is. I guess it's. I think it's on the actual Xbox site.
Oh, okay, so
maybe
these things here, all these flops and whatnot. Like, compare this to a PC. Compare this like 8 cores, 3.8 gigahertz.
So this is kind of like the CPU. It looks like it's going to be a Ryzen either a 7 or a 9. But it's a custom CPU to be within those frames because it's a 3.8. So maybe that's a Ryzen 9. A Ryzen 9 something.
Ryzens are out there now? Like, is 9 the newest hotness, or is there...
Nine's the big boys. 9's like your i9. Like, the naming conventions are very similar.
Okay, all right. And then the GPUs got those flops. We love the flops.
12 teraflops, 52 CUDA-core, 52 CU, which I'm not entirely sure what that stands for, but it translates to like 3,000 CUDA-cores or something like that.
And what the hell's that?
I have no idea either. I need to brush up on my GPU terminology.
Okay. Like, they're telling me a lot of hot stuff here. It's got the 7 nanometer enhanced process. Oh,
yeah, that's the die size. All the transistors are 7 nanometers. Are tiny. It makes it so you can get the CPU smaller and smaller and smaller.
Okay.
16 gigs GDDR6 RAM.
DDR6. Damn, that's fast, right?
It's 16 gigs. It's more than... No, we all got 16 gigs.
Yeah, but I'm not DDR6, am I?
No, well, that's the That's like GPU RAM, so it's like faster.
Oh, okay.
I got 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD.
So that's the fast loading boy, right?
That's the fast loading boy. It's not
How is this thing going to cost less than $1,000?
right. I
They're
don't know.
taking
It's
a hot
all.
loss on this thing. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, they're definitely taking a loss.
Wow.
You have 1 terabyte expansion card to put in there. It's a 3.2 external HDD storage, 4K UHD Blu-ray drive, which that's going to cost a bit.
I mean, they like Sony's just like, yeah, we're getting paid no matter who sells these boys.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Like Sony owns the Blu-ray, so
Oh
they're
yeah,
like,
they're definitely
So-
getting paid.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I've always thought this. I don't know if this is true about the Xbox One, but when you buy an Xbox One, hook it up, you put a Blu-ray and it's like, oh, you need to download the media player. It won't play it out of the box. And I'm sure that is some way to get around licensing to Sony where they don't have to pay them until you download that.
Yeah, it could be.
Because when I got it, I was like, I want to watch. I don't put a Blu-ray in, and so you got to download the media player. I was like, oh damn, they're trying to screw Sony.
So they're targeting 4K
Okay.
at 60, and then probably 1080p at 120.
Yeah, right.
That's what they're targeting. I mean, with that
These targets are always bullcrap.
CPU and GPU setup, which are all AMD,
Uh-huh.
you might be able to do it. I'm not
Okay.
entirely sure what kind of, because I'm not too clear on AMD GPUs. I'm not sure what kind of GPU that would be that they have in there, or what would it be akin to in a something that we could buy.
Mm-hmm.
So not entirely sure.
They said the Xbox Series oh fuck these names, dude. The Xbox One X could do 60 FPS, 1080p. That is a lie.
Hard lie for sure.
Like maybe like I don't know. I don't even know. Like some indie game could probably do it.
Oh,
But like
yeah.
any of these other games, not a chance.
Poorly optimized. We'll call it poorly optimized.
Sure, let's not call it lying. Let's call it poorly optimized. Sure, why not? Forbes seems to think that the PS5 is going to outsell the Xbox by 2-1. Analysts are stupid. They're always saying stupid stuff because that's their job.
Yeah,
Their
is
job
their
is
job.
to make shit up. I never listen to analysts because they'll say the dumbest stuff all the time. And yeah, maybe the PS5 will outsell the Xbox, but you know, Microsoft this time is going to go hard.
Oh yeah, they got to get their market share back.
They got to go hard on this one, so we'll see.
And more hardware news. Even the Switch is getting a hardware upgrade. Maybe next year, maybe 2022.
Okay.
I think I can't remember what they said.
I
think it
also
was
found
2021,
this
2023.
article to be, not within the realm of possibility, I guess, is the way to say it. They say that they're going to try to compete with the big boys, and they're going to be doing 4K Ultra HD and all this stuff. Has Nintendo ever been on the cutting edge?
Nope, never.
Ever one time?
Maybe on the cutting edge of motion control.
They were ahead of that. But I mean, like, seriously. When was the last time they tried to be the best graphics capable powerhouse in the world?
Never.
Maybe the
Maybe.
GameCube?
Yeah, maybe back then.
Maybe the GameCube, because it came out like right at the same time as the Xbox. But even then they were trying to be like, oh, let's hamper ourselves. We got these miniature discs and like all this stuff. I don't see it. Nintendo is like, they always do their own thing. It's never to chase anybody. They don't care about catching PlayStation. They just want to sell what they can sell, and they want to do it in the Nintendo way. I think their thing is they can still consider themselves like a toy maker. That's what they do. They make toys.
They do.
4K Switch. That shit can't be portable. Imagine how hot that thing would be. First of all.
Yeah, and it's just gonna slurp the battery down like no tomorrow.
I don't buy this at all. Sure, will there be a new Switch? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. What I'd like to see is a DS Switch combo where I can play my DS games on my Switch.
That'd be sick.
That's never going to happen. That makes too much sense.
I mean, it's the same kind of cartridge, isn't it?
No, the Switch ones are tiny. They're like this big.
No.
DS games are...
DS games are like a
As I
regular
say
SD
this-
card.
A DS is like an inch. Scintillating radio when you make a hand gesture.
It sure is.
So, I don't know. I don't think this is happening as a 4K system. Maybe they'd remove the portability. Maybe then. But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they might be beefing up the dock so that the dock will do 4K. And then it's still 1080p when you're carrying it around.
It's not even 1080p when you carry it around. It's
720p. Yeah.
And their games are crippled when you carry them around. They don't run as good, less frame rate, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, maybe they'll do 4K in the box.
But dude, 4K Zelda? Oh, baby. I haven't played the new Zelda, but holy crap. Could you imagine what they could do? Baby.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Someone out there, can't remember who it was, but they liquid cooled their PC and got Doom Eternal to run at 1,000 frames a second. And by liquid cooled, I mean liquid nitrogen cooled.
Yeah, they poured it on the motherboard and stuff like that. Can you even see 1,000 frames per second?
No.
Like, what's the maximum frame rate a human eye can see? Is it
I
much
don't know.
more than 120? I don't know.
I don't think it's much more than 60.
Yeah, probably not.
But they were using i7 9700K, which is what I have in that PC there, and they got it up to 6.6 gigahertz.
Yeah, they overclocked it.
It's 3.8 out of the box. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why they had to pour liquid nitrogen
Yeah,
on it.
that thing probably ran hot AF.
So I watched the video that these guys doing this Doom Eternal thing. This video was not the best. It just showed the guy ripping apart his PC and then pouring liquid nitrogen all over it, and then the guy gave a thumbs up when they got it to 1,000 frames per second. They were opening the graphics card and they were painting black stuff all over it. Do you know what any of that stuff was?
That black stuff might be just a thermal compound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess
I'm not entirely sure though.
I guess these guys, they destroyed a PC basically to do this. I guess we're talking about them.
Yep.
I don't know why you'd want to. I guess the reason they did it is some developer said like, "Oh yeah, you could run Doom Eternal at 1,000 frames per second with a proper system." So they were like, "We could do it." But like with the proper system, couldn't you run any game at 1,000 frames per second?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
for sure.
this is like okay, well,
But it is a newer, higher end game that they got to run at 1,000 frames a second.
Those guys at Bethesda though, they got this game running on the Switch, so
Yeah,
they can do some stuff for sure where no one else can. Yeah, it will look like a perfectly good waste of a computer.
Yeah, it sure does.
These next topics, these are all you, dude. You got to tell me what this stuff means, because
So-
I don't know.
NVIDIA has they're going to have this weird power connector, this 12-pin power connector on their new GPUs, like the 30 series GPUs. Like, you know, when we did yours, it's only got an 8-pin power connector.
Yep.
To do that, and these are going to have a 12-pin power connector, which is going to be an 8-pin. It's going to be like a smaller power connector because the things are going to be so giant
Okay.
that they're doing a smaller power connector, but you have to like use an adapter to plug your regular 8-pin power connectors into it. It's going to be weird. I don't understand why they're doing it like that. And they're going to recommend a minimum of an 850 PS watt power supply for these cards.
What do I have in my computer?
I think we put in a 750.
Okay. Oh, damn. Not that I was getting one of these, but I guess I can't slap one of these on my PC.
Yeah, and then NVIDIA went ahead and registered 29 different SKUs for 30 cards. They're thinking about bringing out 29 different versions
So this is
of the
be
30
like
cards.
the 3060 and then the 3060 Ti and all this other
Yeah,
crap.
if they even do that kind of thing.
29.
29 different video cards. They're
so
probably gonna
rich.
like have like the base set to start, and then they're gonna do their like armor edition and their like
Oh,
venture
God.
edition.
So
It's
if
like,
you like some sort of guy that wants to like gaze longingly inside his computer, you can have like flames and stuff coming off of it.
yeah.
Oh, that's all that means? I thought this was something important.
No, they're just gonna have like they just registered 29 different things. They're gonna have 29 different cards. Ridiculous.
So one will glow red and one will glow blue and red.
Well, I think it's their different overclocking, different chip configurations, stuff
Okay.
like that. Eke out all of the power that they
I
can
don't know
possibly
much
eke
about
out.
computers, obviously. I'm too late to the party because when it's like you got to make your computer light up, I was like, "What?"
What are you talking about?
I don't look at my computer. I look at the monitor. Anyways,
All right, should we take a quick break and then talk about some software and some legal things?
more legal things.
More legal
All right,
things.
let's take a break. Vomit on a console would look better.
All right, I gotta pee.
Didn't look too hot. That's
I gotta pee. No, definitely not.
Give me this mouse so I can see what's going on the other ones, if anything. You're gonna pick up one of those Wonder Woman Xboxes, right? Hope the sound is better now. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Mikey's just run to the facilities. And while we wait, I'll regale you with a story of myth and merriment. That's a lie. I don't have a story. You're going to get 2 of them? Damn. That's hot, dude. Dean was watching the show last week, and I told him he has to come on the show when we play games, which we're doing tonight, actually. We're going to be doing it at 7 p.m. It's going to be me and Mikey and Curtis, and then someone you don't know, I don't think, Ripsick. So that'll be going on tonight. It'll be a good time. I don't know what we're playing yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, baby. But yeah. This is the studio. Mikey renovated this room just for streaming. It's got all soundproofing and everything in it. Oh, baby. It's quite nice. Oh, let me check the old phone. This is scintillating radio for sure. This part won't be in the... What the... Oh. Ooh, oh. Curtis Parsons. You know it, homie. Yeah, he's coming in tonight. It's always a fun time. I'll text you like when we go live so you can check it out and see exactly what the show is all about. It's a good time. We'll get you on it. And then the other weekend, we did the board game show. I don't know if you saw that. Probably not. We were playing down here, and we played some board games. It was pretty fun. We still have to work the kinks out of that one because we need another camera so you can see like when you're playing a card. We can hold up the camera and be like, "Yo, this is what it looks like." Right now, it doesn't work too well. It worked all right though. We've got a Jesse Baruby in the chat. Nice. Tell him I said hi. I'll check it out for sure. All right, we'll do
Jesse
that. Jesse
Baruby.
Sure. We'll do that for sure. 7 p.m. I'll text you the link when we're getting ready to get sexy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we sound pretty good then? We're not breaking up or anything? Like, I got to make this into a podcast still, so I'm a little concerned that everything's coming through. Sir. Let's see what he thought was. Fuck, I always look demented all the time. It's just like... I hope it's just like looking at yourself and you just think you always look like a goofball.
That's definitely just what it is.
Okay.
Looking like a goofball.
That's me. I did the bing, hit the bell. Mike sounds good. Chris, you break up occasionally, but overall it's good. Damn, why am I breaking up?
I don't know. Because you're going to be fine over there.
I hope I'm fine over there. Well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean, you were fine before, right?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't see why I'd be breaking up, but whatever. All right, we're gonna. There's quite a few topics left here still.
Oh yeah, it's we got a
Action-packed
crazy show.
No doubt.
All right,
let's shut the fuck up.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. I had to get a drink. I had to go to the bathroom, but now we're back.
Hashtag not sponsored by Pepsi.
Definitely not. You can't even see the logo look like that. You don't
they
even
don't
know.
get a free one.
No free ones,
No
Pepsi.
free ones on-
You gotta get over
No
here.
free ones on the video. So, Microsoft came out in support of Epic.
In their fight against the Apple,
Tyrannical Apple.
the tyrannical Apple.
So, to catch up everyone quickly on what's going on, Epic, they do Fortnite. They released an update on iOS that let you pay money to Fortnite or Epic straight through without going through the Apple Store, which is against the terms of service that you sign up when you're an Apple developer, iOS developer. Apple's like, no, you're not doing that. We're canceling you. And they did. And now Microsoft has signed on just basically a letter saying they agree with what Epic is doing against Apple.
Well, they're more supporting to keep the Unreal Engine being supported on Apple,
right.
not
the money wise.
Not the money wise.
Yes, because there was a lawsuit to cancel counter lawsuit to cancel out their developer account, so other people that use the Unreal Engine won't get shut out of the iOS store.
Yeah, they can still update the engine and work with it.
I was thinking about this when I first read it, that like Microsoft is like going with Epic here, and Epic hasn't done any. Like they're suing, they want to get the money from Apple. Like Apple charges 30%, they think that's too much. But all the developers, like Microsoft, Sony, they take 30%.
Oh yeah,
but the thing too with that is Microsoft, they take a loss on every console sold. Sony takes a loss on every console sold. So making money through software is how they kind of do it. Apple does not take a loss.
Apple definitely doesn't take a loss
on any phone sold ever.
No, zero
so
loss.
So it's
only
a little
profit.
different there. But yeah, it would suck. The judge did say like Epic can keep their developer account going, but he didn't stop them from canceling Fortnite. So
yeah,
#cancel Fortnite.
Yeah, Apple was saying some things that Epic was trying to get a special deal with Apple.
They were?
So yeah, that's what Apple was saying.
That's not a lie. That's true. They were.
Well, just for the App Store, they were trying to get a special deal, and then
Yeah.
Sweeney's like, "No, man, we didn't do that. You're full of crap."
Well, no, Epic tried to do it, and Apple was like, "No, we're not doing that." And
They
then
did.
Epic was like, "Okay, we're gonna do it anyways." And then the whole thing happened. So I don't know. Epic is just made trouble for themselves, basically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And eventually it'll get sorted out, maybe. But again, now thankfully the little guys that use Unreal aren't going to get screwed over because of Epic trying to get more money.
Yeah, only the guys trying to play Fortnite on iOS and Mac, because now with Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 4, there are now 2 versions of Fortnite out.
Yep.
Chapter 2, Season 3, which is on iOS and Mac, which you cannot get, but you can still play it if you own it on the store or your PC. I mean, not your PC, your Mac. Your Mac top.
Yep.
Whatever it is. But you can't play Season 4.
Which is all the superhero crap. They just added the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, so those guys are probably sad.
I mean, if you're playing Fortnite on your phone, I guess on an iPad might not be bad, but like, I don't know, play a different game.
Well, it's almost like everyone has a phone now, but not everyone has a console. Because parents buy their kids' phones to keep tabs with them, keeping track with them. So they have something they can play Fortnite on instead of a console. And parents are like, nah, video games rot your brain.
I don't know. I guess I just don't care about Fortnite at all. So I'd just be like I can't even think of any game where I was just like, oh, I can't play it on my phone anymore. Like, oh damn. I don't know. Just seems weird. I don't know. I have nothing else to add about this Fortnite stuff anymore.
Yeah. I guess this is kind of more hardware news. Kind of hardware news, kind of software news. But Facebook is, of course, making you sign into your Oculus with your Facebook account now soon. And you'll have to do it. You'll have to have a Facebook account to use it. And now they're renaming the Oculus VR Studio to Facebook Reality Labs.
Yeah. Again, Facebook owns them.
Yep.
They could name them like Butterfly Studios if they wanted to. Like they can do whatever they want.
So I wonder if they'll just try and scrub Oculus straight out of the branding and try and rename the headset. Like any of the headsets that come out.
It'll be like
the
Facebook Oculus or something like that.
Yeah.
It probably already is. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, another non-story. Facebook wants to brand it with the more valuable name of Facebook. Like,
oh yeah.
if I went to my mom and was like, "Hey, Oculus," she'd be like, "What?" But if I go, "Hey, Mom, Facebook," she'd be like, "Oh, Farmville? What?"
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. Of course, they're going to rename it to the more valuable brand name. Facebook sucks. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Twitch has finally responded to the lawsuit that one dude has brought against them.
This guy, man. This guy. So this guy sued Twitch because there's too many female streamers that what did he say? Like, it's too sexual on Twitch because there's so many women and they don't regulate it enough. And he follows 796 people on Twitch and they're all women. And it's Twitch's fault that they don't regulate it because he has OCD. And it sounds like to me Buddy was simping too hard and he got regrets and he wants some money back.
Hard simping.
He was hard simping for sure. Twitch has responded and they want it to get thrown out on the SLAPP law in California, which is SLAPP, which is like basically a lawsuit that's just made up to take up time and waste resources, and it should be just thrown away because it's basically stupid.
Incredibly stupid.
This is exactly what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
But like, of course, like, what's the next website he's going to sue? Like, is he going to sue Pornhub next? Because there's too much pornography on Pornhub?
Yeah, why isn't he just on Pornhub?
Like, this guy was just simping too hard.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get a date is the problem.
And so there's this nice little line in the Twitch TOS, which is kind of, I don't know. They do things and then they do other things, but they're like, Twitch takes no responsibility and assumes no liability for any user content, regardless of whether it's defamation, slander, libel, omissions, falsehoods, obscenity, pornography, or profanity.
This is just to prevent them from being in trouble because they allow anyone to stream. If Joe Blow goes on there and just starts streaming pornography, I mean, they'll stop it, but they can't be held accountable because they can't have someone watching every channel. It's just not feasible. Yeah, this guy, like, could you imagine being this guy and be like, yeah, this is the lawsuit I'm going to do. This is going to be the winner. I'm going to get all my money back, all those gift subs, tier 3s I've been doing to these girls, and they wouldn't. This is some incel shit right here, I gotta say.
For sure. Oh, yeah, maybe.
This is some incel shit.
Could be.
He's just trying to penalize the women. He should penalize himself for being such a simp.
Being such a dumbass.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, I think those two go hand in hand, but okay.
Could be. Maybe not.
So this is Skullgirls is this fighting game. And
it's a beautifully drawn fighting game.
Yes, it's got great artwork. But a bunch of people, all the developers, basically resigned from the company because the studio head has been a notorious a-hole as well as like serial harasser. And they all like just pieced out because he would not leave the company. Apparently, he was planning on stepping down and they were going to become like self-owning, basically. But in the last few weeks, he was like, nah, I've changed my mind. So everyone's like, all right, we've changed our mind about working here.
Yeah, we're out. So
again, some greaseball guy in the position of power is abusing it. This guy sounds like, even more so than that, like the harassment and everything, he would just be like demeaning. This guy sounds like a total dickhead to work for. The development on the game was up to his whims. So if he was in a bad mood or he was upset at you, he'd like cancel what you were working on in the game and make you work on something else. He sounds like a man-child, total baby.
Oh yeah, for sure. Get rid of this guy.
So there's a guy I sort of know that's in the gaming world. I'm not going to say his name, but he stopped working with these guys months ago because of this guy. And basically now that they've all left. He's, said that he's, wants to work with these people or everything, but he's known about this for a long time. This has not been a secret or anything. It's just finally everyone had enough of it.
Everyone's had enough.
And who's going to work for this guy now?
There's nobody going to work for this guy.
Like, come on. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, seriously, that's a lesson we can all learn. We can all work at that.
I'm sure they stayed because the board was trying to push him out.
Yes.
And he promised he would step down, so they stayed longer because he was going to leave. And then he was just like, no, I assume total control.
I mean, maybe he'll get other people working for him, but...
yeah, maybe... It's a rough industry.
I mean, I guess in this industry, like, there'll be someone who's like, this is my door, this is my ticket. I bet you as soon as they read this, they were like, I'm sending my resume in right now. I can deal with this guy for 2 months, and then I'll move on. But, like, oh, God, can you imagine moving into a job that you knew that's the way it was?
You knew it was going to suck? Oh, absolutely.
God, no thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit of experience, I guess, but is it worth staying that long with this guy?
No.
Definitely not.
Never,
not
never,
for me,
never.
Anyway. Other people out there might be just hard up for a job, in the industry.
This is true. This is a lot of, with the COVID and everything, a lot of people are out of work. So who knows? Maybe he'll not be a dink going forward.
Hopefully. You never know, though. Here's something that's going to bring a cease and desist. Dota 2 mod brings League of Legends champions into Dota.
Okay. I didn't actually read this article. I just saw the headline and I was like, I don't care about Dota or League of Legends. I'll let Mikey tell me about it.
I saw some screenshots and there's definitely all the classic League of Legends champs just being played in Dota.
Okay.
Like, okay, this is not going to last that long. There's going to be a cease and desist coming really quickly.
So I was just thinking they were like two different games, basically. Not different games, but like they were like, how do you say this? Like, I don't know Dota 2. I don't know League of Legends. But I just read it and I was like, okay, Dota 2 is like the League of Legends card game. And they're just bringing the League of Legends champs into that. So who cares? I forgot that Dota 2 is like a totally different game from a different company and everything.
Dota 2 made by Valve and League of Legends, of course, made by Riot.
Yeah, there'll be a cease and desist for the mod. It's already out there. They'll just spread it around and it'll be fine and people can use it. Yeah. League of Legends. I've never played it.
I've played a lot. Used to love it. Yeah. Now not so much.
You streamed it a few times.
I've streamed it a couple times. Yeah. But that was mostly Teamfight Tactics.
Yeah, but I saw you playing with Sir Squirtus Parsons.
Sir Squirtus, who is going to be coming down and is going to be on Couch This tonight.
If you are watching the live stream right now, tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, you can tune in to see the show, Couch This. If you're listening to the podcast, it's too late. Sorry.
Yep. So the Halo Infinite devs are considering dropping the Xbox One version.
So this is like rumors and speculation time. I mean, if the game ain't coming out till 2021, yes.
Yeah, no point in having an Xbox.
There's no Xbox One version coming out. No. Sorry if you're waiting for it. Like, why? Like, anyways, there's no one has an Xbox One. I hate to say it, but no one's got an Xbox One. So if you're waiting for it, sorry, you're going to need to get an Xbox One X. That's probably part of the reason why this game was so hampered, is trying to develop for Xbox One and Xbox One X.
Yeah.
I didn't think it looked that bad, the reveal gameplay trailer. It looked fun. It looked like Halo. The graphics weren't the best.
It looked like Halo 3.
Yeah, it looked, well, it
didn't look like next generation Halo.
It looked better than Halo 3. Like, maybe it looked like Halo 5.
Yeah.
It didn't look like Halo 3, though. That's a little too low of a bar there, I think. But, I mean, it said it was open world. But it looked like it was like, open world, i.e. that you run through a corridor to get to the next open world segment, like every Halo game.
That's just classic Halo. That's just how it is.
But yeah, if this game's coming out in 2021 or later, as some of the speculation is, there's no Xbox One version coming. Yeah,
and that's going to lead us into our next story, where Halo veteran Joseph Stanton is returning to help with Halo Infinite.
So he was back in the way back olden days on the Halo.
Yeah, he worked on Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Some would say the best 3 Halo games.
Some would say.
So is he coming back straight up as a writer, or is he like...
He's the project lead.
Okay.
He's going to be project lead. He's taking over.
This is good news. First thing I hope he comes in is that I hope he goes, you know what? We got to get rid of the click to zoom. Let's get that right trigger zoom in or left trigger zoom going. Let's bring that to the Halo franchise. But yeah, this is good news. Halo 1, 2, and 3 were definitely the pinnacle of Halo.
Agreed.
Halo 4 was whatever, and I never even bothered with 5. Reach and ODST, they barely count. This is good news.
Yeah, definitely. And he was also working with Destiny before leaving Bungie, so he would have been with Destiny 1, which was the better, in my opinion.
Was he in charge of the song with Paul McCartney for Destiny?
There was a Paul McCartney song for Destiny?
Oh, shit. Dudes, my dudes, tune in after the show tonight on the podcast. We're going to have the live Mikey T reaction to the Paul McCartney Destiny song that he's never heard. I cannot believe you've never heard this.
I've never heard it.
Wow, no, you've heard it. You just don't
probably
remember.
have heard it.
I'm pretty sure it's the ending theme to Destiny. But anyways, yes. I don't think saying that you're the story lead for Destiny is really bringing anything to anything in the world.
Well,
Destiny's story sucks.
I was a fan of the Destiny 1 story. Destiny 2, nah.
Okay, I never played Destiny 1, so maybe I'm out to lunch on that.
I'm pretty sure he worked on Destiny 1.
Destiny 2 is hot garbage for the story.
The story's not good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's considering we've only played up to the second expansion.
I think that's more than enough to get an idea about how bad the story is.
Because, yeah, the first... You put that first disc in there and you play the story and like, nope, this is not good.
Nope.
It's not good.
Definitely not good. I wish I would have been streaming when I first played Destiny 2 because I was like, there's one part where there's this bird and you're following the bird. And then, what's your little boy called? Your little floaty boy?
The ghost?
Oh, the ghost. He's like... The ghost says, "Are we following the bird?" Or is the bird following us?
I just call him Not Dinklage.
He's the Not Dinklebot.
Not Dinklebot.
And I was just like, "Oh my god, this story!" And this is like an hour into the thing, and I'm just like, "Oh god, okay, I know I can skip everything now."
Oh yeah, it's not good.
Some people love it though. I got downvoted a lot on Reddit one time because I said. People were talking about the story and how good it was, and I was like, I know I'm going to get downvoted here, but I cannot believe you guys when you say the story's so good. The story's garbage. And they're like, no, man, you got to read the lore. And I'm like, I'm not reading the lore, dude. They got to tell me a good story, have some good writing in the actual game.
Yes.
Sorry, dudes.
Yes.
That's the way it is.
When I played through with my first character, I was like, I don't even want to start another character because I don't want to play through that opening storyline. Like
crippled out and everything?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even want to do it. And then they brought out the expansions where I could just skip the beginning. I'm like, hell yeah. Now we're going.
Oh my god. I don't know if my standards are just too high or if I'm just an old crotchety man, but like, I'll keep reading these people that'll be like, oh man, the story in Apex Legends, dude. Did you read the story? It's so good. And I'm like, what are you on? The story is garbage. The story is garbage and the writing is terrible. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional writer, so I probably have no room to say, but like, just, I guess maybe it's just because no one reads anymore.
That first bit of storyline with Loba, when Loba came out, I started reading it, and I was like, okay, this is weird, but you know, I was just like reading everything in everyone's voice. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. And then halfway through, I'm just like, skip.
I started reading the one for when they were trying to get this skull and I don't know the story, and I was just
that's
like,
the Loba one.
Oh my god, this is just terrible.
I had to stop doing it because I couldn't get through it. I was like, All
right, let's move on. I can't talk about. Right. I'm too negative on this podcast, my dudes. I don't know what's going on.
Ubisoft is dropping discs from the UK Xbox Collector's Edition. So any Ubisoft game that comes out now, you're not going to have discs in the Collector's Editions.
It's only on the Xbox. The PS5 ones are going to have the discs. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, man.
So, first of all, people that are buying these Collector's Editions, they collect things.
They do. They want it all.
So you'd think they'd want a disc. Could you imagine you're like, oh yeah, I'm buying this Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. I got the statue. I got it all. I got the sword. I don't know, the sheepskin map. I don't know what's in there. And it's like, wait, where's the game, yo?
Where's my damn jewel case with a Blu-ray disc in it?
I don't even think it comes with a code. Does it come with a code? I think it's literally just a box of toys that you buy.
Yeah, and you don't even get the game?
I don't know if you get
Wouldn't
the
that be
game.
hilarious if you didn't even get the freaking game
Maybe
on a
I'm
code?
mistaken on that one, but
Maybe it'll come with a USB stick you put it in.
so do we know why it's only the Xbox ones?
I don't know. I didn't actually read the article, so let's...
I did, but I don't remember. Oh, it does come with a digital key.
Okay, that's
but,
good.
Why is there no disc? Is Microsoft taking that much money for pressing a disc?
Yeah,
And it's only in the UK. It's not worldwide.
that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
There must be
whatsoever.
maybe there's some sort of, I don't know. Maybe they can press PlayStation 5 discs in the UK, so there's no import fee on them or something. I don't understand this.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense because PAL and NTSC when you're playing video games like this is not.
That's not even a thing.
It's not even a thing
anymore. I don't. It's so messed up. If you're buying a collector's item, that's what you want. You collect these tchotchkes and you want the disc. Like these guys that buy the collector's item, they want the friggin' disc.
Yeah, and it says right there, Ubisoft has not mentioned why it's decided on the change, nor why it's only Xbox.
That's so messed up, dude. I cannot.
That's so weird.
I don't. This is one of the weirdest things I've seen. I don't know what to say about this.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm not.
Xbox game discs are made out of stuff that's not
They're made out
legal
of,
in UK.
Ambergris or something like that.
Yeah, and you just can't get it. It's just, you can't sell it on UK shelves. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense because you can still sell Xbox games. Why is the
Imagine also that you're gonna buy the Watch Dogs Legion special edition for £150.
150 pounds.
If you are buying a Watch Dogs limited edition for £150, you need to take some serious reflecting time and see what you're doing with your life. I'm sorry, I gotta say it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they're not that. I can't even speculate. Why. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It does. Yeah. Speaking of something that's kind of weird and doesn't really make sense.
It's unexpected.
Very unexpected.
Yep.
11 years later, Valve is updating Left 4 Dead 2. 11 years.
So what are they adding to the game here?
So there's a community-made, I guess it's a mod that they're going to be releasing officially via the official channels, and it's going to be a new play area, I guess.
That's crazy.
I can't remember what they're called. Movies? Scenes?
Oh yeah. They got their own thing.
They got their own thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, their own
But it's
story
called
mode.
Yeah,
thing,
it's
whatever.
called The Last Stand, and it looks pretty good.
So, this game came out 11 years ago? What's going on at Valve, man? Was this, since Artifact, was this the last game they released? I guess they did Half-Life Alyx and Artifact, and then this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
And this was probably not... I don't know if Left 4 Dead was the main... I don't even know if Left 4 Dead 2 was made by, their main team, or if they contracted it out.
I think they did it internally, but I know, the rumor is always at Valve that you can do whatever you want, basically. Yeah. Once you got a job, it's just you want to make a game? Okay, make a game.
Go ahead. So, here's a team.
Exactly. This game does not look good anymore. If you look at the graphics, they're pretty bad.
They're, they're not. Yeah, they are of their time for sure.
They're definitely of their time. I didn't know people were still in love with Left 4 Dead so much.
I guess they are.
This is a crazy story. They do that though. When Portal 2 was coming out, they patched in stuff into Half-Life 2 or something, or other way. I can't even remember. But they've done that before, where they'll all of a sudden there'll be an update to Half-Life, and it'll be what did they add? Oh, a weird radio station, and it leads into Portal 2 or something. So. Yeah,
well, all their worlds are tied together. I don't know if the Left 4 Dead world is tied together, but Half-Life and Portal are tied together, so yeah.
Left 4 Dead is what happens right before
the Combine come in and take over everything.
Damn.
I mean, it could be.
Exactly.
It could be.
So, yeah, interesting anyways. It's pretty crazy that it's been 11 years since something like this happened.
Yeah, for sure. And now the game that's on everyone's lips, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I gotta download
I
this.
still gotta download it too.
I gotta download this.
I still gotta download it too. But the AI has been making some wacky stuff happen with the buildings.
So I read this. Yes, there's in Australia somewhere. There's a tower that's 200 feet tall in the middle of nowhere, and it looks okay. First of all, Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course, does not use Google Maps. Uses Bing Maps.
Yeah, it uses Bing Maps.
Of course. Should have known that.
When it first came out, everyone was saying it was going to use Google Maps, and that's just not what it is.
So there's a house in the middle of Australia that's 200 floors high, and it seems
ridiculous.
to be because a guy apparently in Bing Maps you can like go to any building and like add details. So if someone went in and added a detail that this house was 213 flights high or something like that, which is probably a typo because the guy that did this one has done like thousands of edits and they're all right. So this one's probably a typo. But if you're flying around the game, there's just this crazy black pillar in the middle of Australia, which is just crazy. This game looks ridiculous. There's other weird things going on, like apparently Buckingham Palace just looks like an office building because it only looked at the roof.
Yeah, didn't the AI just tried to extrapolate what it looked like from the roof? Yeah, it just looks like a weird generic office building.
Yep. And then there's a glacier that's 22,000 feet high.
Oh, I never saw the glacier.
It looks ridiculous. It literally looks like the wall in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I gotta download this game. I gotta check this stuff out. I gotta fly around my home city here. I
was watching a video on YouTube of a professional pilot who flew a lot of one of like the Boeings in there, and he took one out for a spin, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. He's just talking about what everything he's doing. All right, we're gonna do this, do that, do this with the things and the stuff. I don't know any airplane terminology, but it was really cool. He's like just flew a circle.
I hope there's an easy flight mode where I just don't have to. Any
so there's sliders in the game where you can make it as real as you want or as not real as you want.
Okay.
For
I gotta
the
download
physics.
this. I said this on the last 3 podcasts. I gotta download this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna I'm doing it.
We're doing it.
I'm doing it. Let's make sure we get it going here.
Sounds good.
Marvel's Avengers.
Oh, Marvel's Avengers.
So we knew that the DLC characters are going to be free. This is known. And we knew that there's going to be cosmetics. The only problem with their cosmetics, it seems, is they're locked between individual character battle passes that each one costs $10. So it's kind of cool, but it also kind of sucks. Like, I don't know, maybe there'll be a way to unlock it for $20 or something like that. But like, let's say you want to get She-Hulk's battle pass. You buy the battle pass and you have to work through daily and weekly. Like, this trend of treating a full cost game as a free to play game really fucking sucks. Sorry for the language, but like, I hate this trend. If I paid $60 for this game, just give me everything. Even the base characters that come with the game, you have to get a battle pass.
I'm more mixed on it because it's like it's $10 and you get all the cosmetics, but you have to do the challenges, do whatever you need to do to unlock all those cosmetics.
What if I have only an hour to play a game?
Yeah, right. But you want to look amazing.
Like, can I just buy the last skin for $3, please? Like, do I have to play the game for 50 hours to unlock the skin I want?
I guess they had to shoehorn in battle passes somehow because everything has a battle pass. Everything's got a battle pass.
That's fine in a free game, dude. But like in a paid game? Seriously. This is dog shit.
I mean, I guess Destiny's free now, but they shoehorned in a battle pass before Destiny was free as well.
That is dirty play too. I hate that stuff, man. If I buy the game, just give it to me, and if I don't mete it out to me after I give you more money.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. Especially that, but
I wouldn't mind it so much. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, I am a little mistaken. I'm remembering now. The 6 heroes in the game, they have a battle pass, but what you get is cards as you do the battle pass, and they unlock things. The 6 base heroes, they have all their cards, so that's fine. But it's like, if I just want to get She-Hulk, I can play an hour a week. I got 50 kids at home. Thank God I don't. I can only play for an hour, but I really want that last skin. Oh man, I'm going to have to play this game for 5 years to get it. Just like, seriously, this trend of battle passes in paid games? No.
Yeah, not into it.
So, it's kind of good.
Like, just give me all the skins for $10.
Like, or like, if I want to just buy one thing.
Yeah.
And like, again, It's like the battle pass typical. Oh, you got to spray. You got to emote. Like, if you wanted to do it this way, just make it a free game. Just let us play it. Everyone will play it. Then I wouldn't care. I'd be like, yeah, sign me up for the She-Hulk battle pass.
If Marvel Avengers was a free game, I would play it. But because it's not a free game, I'm not going to play it.
There was a free Marvels game. I can't remember what it was called. It was on Steam. It came to Xbox. This was another guy that got fired. And they shut the whole studio down on this Marvels game. But I played that one. It was a terrible game, but it was free, and I played it a lot. I'll play a game if it's garbage if it's free. You might get some money out of me. I don't think I gave him any money, but yeah, this game should be free to play.
Yeah, that's the thing about free-to-play games, is that you're not going to make any money if your game's garbage.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not. Because there's people out there. Everyone's got different tastes.
You get that whale, and then it's like, oh yeah, that guy spent $50,000 on this game. And you're like, how did you get $50,000? All you do is play this game all day. Yeah, so Battle Passes. Thumbs down to that. Dirty play in a paid game. Speaking of dirty play in a paid game, Fall Guys. And their dirty Battle Pass, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they do have a Battle Pass that's dirty. That you can pay real money dollars to get more things.
It's real, like, okay. Maybe you get your first Battle Pass free if you buy a full game. Maybe that's the way it should be. I don't design games, so I don't know.
It was free on PlayStation if you had PlayStation Plus. And it is the most downloaded game on PlayStation Plus ever. In the month that it's been out, it is the most downloaded game on PlayStation Plus ever. I'm
talking about Fall Guys again?
Fall Guys again.
God, am I ever going to escape this game?
You're never going to escape it because it's hot. It's hot on everyone's lips. Are my predictions
of it falling off the face of the earth wrong?
Maybe it is. They did do the announcement at Gamescom, and season 2 is going to be medieval based.
I saw it.
I did not see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, you can be a witch
in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, you can be a witch, a knight, a dragon, all that stuff. It looked like dressing up your bean.
Yeah,
I don't know
bean dressing.
I don't know how many seasons they can do where they're just adding in costumes. Honestly.
I mean, costumes are for. There's so many costumes. As long they gotta vary the games, otherwise it's gonna die.
About. It looked like they added some new stuff. Like it looked like you had to kind of work together to get out of the race, to build ladders or something, or stairs to go up. But yeah, the most downloaded game on PS Plus ever. Yeah, okay, I guess so.
It's just insane that it's been this long since it's been out, and it's already the most downloaded.
Their marketing team deserves a raise. I hope they got a big bonus. I hope they got a big bonus.
Hell yeah. And data miners have been inside the game.
Oh.
They found flags for bots and also local multiplayer.
Oh, local
multiplayer, which is, you'd think that game would launch with local multiplayer.
So it's going to be like 2 players and then 48 bots?
I would imagine it's going to be 4 players for the classic 4-player split screen and then a bunch of bots. Or maybe you could 4-player split screen as well as go online with other people.
Interesting. Is this game crossplay? No, it's not.
Fall Guys? No.
Jeez Louise, it's not even crossplay?
It's not even out on Xbox.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm going to download it there either.
No.
I should have just not downloaded this on PlayStation on principle. But I did go into my account.
You have to because it's free. You got to get it on principle.
I did get it on principle. But yeah, I still predict this is going to be dropped off the face of the earth, hopefully soon. And I don't have to hear about it again, ever.
I think it all depends on how Season 2 goes. If Season 2 has more variety of games and is funner...
I thought it was supposed to be super fun.
It is not. I don't know. It's fun when you play with friends.
I guess it's just like we're old dudes now.
I think so.
Like we're not allowed to have fun anmore.
No.
Is that what it is?
Maybe we're just too cynical. Old.
Am I too cynical?
Old and jaded.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. I just think it's like we see it like through the eyes of games that have come and gone before.
Yeah.
And I can see their trajectory already of it, like. Everyone's talking about it. And then in 3 weeks, we'll be talking about, like, friggin' some other game. The banana hammock captured flag game or something. I don't know what I just said there. But yeah, it's just like, It's gonna go away.
Yeah,
I can only hope.
Eventually, it'll
Like,
go away.
no game has, for some reason, upset me as much as Fall Guys. I don't get it.
Well, here's a game that's coming back.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
There's a new Wipeout clone coming out.
Oh.
Now,
that sounds
Wipeout,
like a MikeyT game.
That definitely is. Wipeout came out long time ago, and it's a anti-gravity racing game.
Yes.
Not a la F-Zero, because I'm pretty sure it came out before F-Zero.
No, wrong.
No?
Fake news, wrong. There was definitely F-Zero on the Super Nintendo.
Well, yeah, but there was also Wipeout on PC.
Before?
I don't know if it came out before.
No, it was always 3D.
Yeah? 3D on PC?
PS1 era, I think,
I mean,
Wipeout?
someone will let us know.
One of us is wrong.
So the game is called Pacer, and it's made by the people who worked on Wipeout 3.
Psygnosis?
Not Psygnosis. Maybe people from Psygnosis.
Okay, because I didn't think they existed anymore.
They don't. They definitely don't. And they've just been pushing out like stuff on the Vita.
Oh, that's
like
too
all the
bad.
other Wipeouts came out for Vita, and then they were ported over to the PlayStation 4 not too long ago.
Oh, I've seen MikeyT stream that.
Oh
one.
yeah, I love that. And the soundtracks are always fire.
That's what I was
always
gonna say.
DMCA takedown.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that the soundtracks are where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Not a huge
yeah.
Wipeout boy, but man, the music. Bangers.
It's I find it a very satisfying racing game when you can just like chicane through ever so nicely. It's got nice flow, and then you got that banging techno tunes going on too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's should be good. I'm sure like if they've done all these Vita versions, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm into it.
We'll put it on Mikey T's to-buy list.
Yes. Now, let's talk about a big game. Call of Duty.
Never heard of it.
Black Ops Cold War. Activision is giving away currently, as we speak, right now, 10,000 beta keys. I don't know how they're doing it. Probably on Twitch. Yeah, watching the if you're watching the Call of Duty League that's going on tomorrow, I guess, August 30th, at 4 p.m. Eastern, they're going to be giving away keys.
Why don't they just do... Oh, they're dropping them through Twitch?
They're dropping them through Twitch.
Well, that's a good way to gain hype, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knows when they're going to hold the beta yet. It hasn't been announced, but you're going to be able to get keys for it tomorrow while you're watching the Call of Duty League.
I bet you it plays a lot like the last one.
I bet you it plays exactly the same. I bet you it might almost be a reskin with a different storyline.
I can't even remember what the last Call of Duty I played was. I did enjoy my time with Call of Duty, but they're just so samey. This is like Madden. Why would you buy Madden every year?
The last one I actually played for Serial was Blops 2.
I never played a Black Ops ever.
No?
Never played Black Ops, any of them. I think Modern Warfare 2 might have been the last one I did.
Oh, maybe that was the last one I played seriously. But I know I played Black Ops 1.
I mean, by seriously, my standard is like I got to 0.6 KD.
I mean, we were playing a lot back then in the old
Yes.
the old Xbox days.
Yes, that's for sure. I just prestige and get a shotgun kills. I don't even remember. Yeah, these drops on Twitch seem to be the way to go if you want to generate hype.
Super
Honestly, for Call of Duty, they don't need to generate any hype.
No, it's already
They're
there.
fine without it, but they can do it. And I watched the Cold War story trailer. Are they doing a story this time? It looked like they're actually doing a story because I think on the last Call of Duty they were just like, nah, multiplayer is all you need. You don't need a story, and that's why I usually bought the Call of Duty was because to play the story.
Yeah,
and then my friends would be like, let's play Call of Duty. And I'd be like, okay, I guess so, if I have to. So
yeah,
whatever.
some of the stories were pretty good. Those ones that I played anyway through the storyline, I was always like, oh yeah, it's good.
Yep, they're generally okay. But again, not something I'm going to be going out to get a beta key.
Definitely not.
Whenever I get a beta, it's like I fire it up one time and be like, yep, okay. I'll get the full version or I'll never play this again. And then I never start the beta again because...
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to
wait.
play the beta Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, I mean, you've already played it. Really.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they'll shoehorn in some innovative stuff. Maybe it'll feel like different.
No.
But I doubt it.
No.
I highly doubt it.
I don't think so.
A little bit of entertainment news now. Do you want to take a break?
Should we take a break?
Should we take another break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Why not?
All right.
It's always good to take a break.
Yeah.
Feel my boobs.
You feeling your boobs? That's good. Melbourne, Australia.
Sensual as fuck. What was sensual? I don't even remember now.
I don't know.
Something was sensual. Ooh, we're really dark there.
We are very dark.
I told you last night, Glad Joe, that we're doing this today.
We're nice and light there. Are we, though? Let's hit the play button. Oh, are we live even? I don't know. Why are we so dark on Twitch?
That's a good question.
Are we really dark on Twitch? Is that...
Wow, why is Twitch like that?
Oh, we're dark over here, too. What's going on?
Yeah, why is it like that?
Cameron, what are you doing? Yeah, we were like nice and light here.
Yeah, but we're not anymore.
No, we're not. What the hell happened?
Hit that F5 button.
Oh, yeah, we're dark.
Why?
Oh.
Oh, that's
why.
Those fuck. We can't be doing that shit, homie. Damn.
Well, that wasn't that. Oh, I guess it was a little bit long.
Yeah, whatever. Now we're okay.
Now we're okay. I didn't realize the camera would just completely wig out there and go, what? It's too light. It's too light. Can't do it.
We're still doing... We're still doing the couch this tonight, Glad Joe, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So tune in for that. That'll be on the regular channels. Not this secondary channel. Are we in the streaming and podcast section on Twitch?
We're kind of in there, but we're more... We didn't really have any streaming news.
No, I meant our category.
Yes.
Okay, talk shows and podcasts. That's what I meant.
Talk shows and podcasts. That's where we are. Banana for scale. Banana for scale.
What do we got left? Just a few things.
Just a few things.
Is there anything we want to add in here?
I don't think so.
How long that one's recording over there?
We're at 90 minutes.
That's not too bad.
90? No. 105 minutes.
What? That's it? No.
We're an hour and 42 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said an
105.
hour and 2 minutes.
No, hour and 45.
Okay, that's more like it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just get back to it.
Is this the last 5? Is there anything we want to add in last minute? Let me just check the old feed.
Check the old feed. We'll see if there's anything in. I forgot to put the mark in.
Or when we went out? No, you did.
Did I?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Sunday's not a big news day.
No, definitely not. A weird camera shot there. On the
Had a
video
little
for some reason.
shutter.
It did. I'm gonna like this video for sure.
Oh my.
Oh, nothing?
No.
Nothing?
No.
All right.
Just bullshit. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back. We didn't really go anywhere, but we're back anyway.
Exactly. We're back.
We're back.
Loving life.
Now let's talk about a little entertainment news. A little
Entertainment.
bit of news and entertainment.
Okay.
So Walmart and Microsoft are joining forces. They're joining their giant forces together to try and purchase TikTok.
This is a weird story.
It's a very weird story.
Why would Walmart want to buy TikTok?
I don't know.
My only guess would be like you could be looking at a video of some girl dancing and be like, "Oh, I like that dress," and you could just hit the Walmart button, boop, and you could buy that dress. But TikTok, I hate TikTok. I hate everything. Doing this podcast has made me realize that I just hate everything.
You just hate everything. If it's circa 2020, you hate it.
No,
circa 2010,
circa 8001 plus. Like from the beginning of time till now, everything
you
I
just
hate.
everything.
But like TikTok, I don't understand what monetary value does TikTok have?
I don't know. I don't know how they monetize the platform.
I guess
at
there
all.
must be commercials.
Is it just all ads?
There must be commercials or
commercials?
something. The only thing I think is Walmart will somehow have some sort of recognition thing and be like, "Oh yeah, we sell that shirt. Like, you like that shirt? You can buy it right now and look like your favorite TikTok star." Are there TikTok stars? Probably.
Yeah, they're TikTok stars for sure. So Amazon and Oracle and Google have also expressed interest in purchasing TikTok. ByteDance has to sell off in order to
Keep operating
in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand.
Well,
And
why,
they have to sell to a non-Chinese
why
company.
Canada and Australia and New Zealand?
I don't know.
Because it was just Trump being Trump saying, "I'm going to ban TikTok."
It was just Trump.
I mean, I guess where the U.S. goes, the rest of the world goes, but...
Yeah, it says that unless Beijing-based ByteDance sells TikTok and all of its operations in the U.S., Canada, Australia, and New Zealand to a non-Chinese company, the app will disappear from U.S. markets. So it's like on September 25th. So it's like U.S. has been like, no, unless you sell these guys from these places to a company that's not Chinese, we're gonna get rid of you.
So I guess we're okay with like these corporations harvesting the data, but the Chinese, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the Chinese can weaponize a girl dancing on TikTok, but I guess they could somehow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that all works. I don't know why the U.S. is so... Maybe they're trying to get...
Maybe, I mean, sorry.
They might be trying to get like user data to like get in there and hack the U.S. government. And
like,
stuff
I know
like
there's
that.
been dumb things that happened before. Like, there was a Russian soldier who posted a picture on Instagram with location turned on when they were like in Belarus and they weren't supposed to be in Belarus. Like, they were invading basically or something like that. So I know there's lots of location data, stuff like that. But like, is this Trump just being Trump? Like, I'm banning TikTok.
It's just
he
Trump
just wake
being
up
Trump.
and he was like, TikTok, I'm sick of the TikTok.
Trump just hates everybody.
God, am I Trump? Oh no.
I don't know. Are you a racist old white guy?
I'm not racist and I'm not that old, but I hate everything. So maybe.
But you don't hate everyone.
No, God. Well, I do hate everyone, but not because of anything in particular. Yeah, I'd love to see TikTok banned. I do not like TikTok. Honestly, it seems like the stupidest thing ever. And this, every time we do this damn podcast, it's like, yeah, I'm showing my freaking age again. Look at old Boomer there. He hates TikTok. Fuck.
He should be on the porch sooner or later, just shouting at the kids outside walking past.
Hey, get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Stop TikTok dancing on my lawn.
I'd have to go outside then, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll peek through the window.
You'd smash on the window with your cane.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, here's something I do like.
This is something you like for sure.
Aliens.
Aliens.
They're selling the original Nostromo model for $300,000. Holy crap!
Well, the current bid is at $275,000. It's on Prop
Easy.
Store.
Easy.
It is an 11-foot principal filming
Holy
model from
shit.
Aliens. It's 11 feet. It's a big boy.
Wow.
It's probably detailed out the wazoo because that's probably what they're going to use their close-up shots for.
God, I gotta go home and watch Alien now, dude. Holy.
I wonder if we can get the current bid that's on it.
So, Alien has been one I've loved forever. The movie is great. Classic science fiction. If you haven't watched Alien, you should definitely go watch it. Said it was unsold, so it didn't reach its
its reserve price.
Yeah, its reserve price. Where would you put this thing? How would you get it home? I guess if you're spending $300,000 on a movie prop, you probably have a room for this.
Oh yeah, you definitely would. But I mean, 11 feet. That's probably why it didn't sell, because everyone who's looking at it was like, oh man, I can't put that anywhere.
Honestly, this should just be donated to the Smithsonian. It should be right next to Archie Bunker's chair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
This is incredible.
They estimated it was going to go for $300,000 to $500,000.
Maybe in a normal year, but
Yeah.
2020, no.
No. That's probably what the reserve price was $300,000, which is why I didn't get there, because it only got up to $275,000.
It's too bad all these other new Alien movies are kind of sucked. Because these originals, well, Alien 3, well, but Alien and Aliens, classics, absolute classics. I believe that Sir MikeyT33 and Sir KurbStomped went together and saw this at a midnight showing downtown one time.
Hell yeah, we did.
Classic piece of cinema, and if you haven't watched Alien, you better go do it. If
Oh,
you want to
definitely.
send me $300,000, I'll snap this bad boy up. We'll put it right in this room. It'll have to go diagonal.
Well, yeah.
I don't even know if it'll fit then.
It'll fit diagonally,
We'll make it fit.
but
So
'cause it's 12 foot this way.
just send me the PayPal information. Just send it on my
Yeah,
PayPal.
just send it.
Easy.
Easy
You won't even
peasy.
notice you're missing it. But yeah, this is a cool piece of movie nostalgia.
Oh yeah, for
movie
sure.
tchotchkes. Yeah, awesome movie. An awesome looking model. You should definitely look it up online and take a peek at it. It is crazy.
Very detailed, very big.
Yeah.
So Netflix is going to be putting together a live action Resident Evil show, sending Wesker's kids to New Raccoon City.
Man, did anyone ask to see Wesker's kids in a TV show?
Nobody has to see Wesker's kids in a TV show, but it
So this sounds like it's going to be Riverdale, but for Resident Evil.
And it's going to be 8 episodes. It's going to be written by Andrew Dabb, who's a writer on Supernatural.
Okay, all right.
And
That's a popular
as
show.
we know, that show is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. This does sound like it's going to be Riverdale for Resident Evil. Does every show have to be... I guess it does. Like, who's watching shows on Netflix? Kids, I guess. So it's got to be Riverdale, and it's got to be Sabrina, and it's got to be... What else is on there? I don't know. Will I watch this? Maybe, if I have nothing else.
I think I'm gonna watch the first episode, and if I like that episode, then I'll continue to watch it.
I said that about so much stuff on Netflix, and then I'm just like, I just can't do it right this second. Like, I haven't watched, like, Altered Carbon or, like, any of this stuff that's... I know I probably will like. It's just, like, I can't bring myself to it. So, anyways.
Yeah.
This one...
let's skip that one and go to the next one.
This one kind of surprised me. I had no idea. I don't think anyone had an idea.
No, not a clue.
Chadwick Boseman passed away last night. He had stage 4 colon cancer. I haven't seen Black Panther. I don't think I've ever seen Chadwick in a movie, period.
That's Black Panther was the only one I ever saw him in.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but can you imagine having colon cancer and you filming Black Panther and doing kick flips and shit like that? And then, you know, he passes away, this cancer, 42 or 43. That's like how old we are.
Yeah.
Like, that's shit's crazy, dude. Cancer will get you no matter what. But, like, when I was last night in bed just checking out Twitter before I go to bed, it's like, Chadwick Boseman died? And my first thought is, he had to have killed himself. Like,
yeah,
he's so young, right?
Yeah.
You don't think, like, and he's, actors and whatever, and they're always, or overdose, something, It's not that I know anything about him, but it's just like, I know he's not old, right?
Yeah.
And then you read, and it's like, and it wasn't like I didn't think he killed himself or OD'd for any particular reason other than the fact that he was young,
Young and famous.
Yeah. And then you read, it's like, oh, he had cancer? No one knew? Like, how did no one know? Like, obviously he knew and his family knew and whatever. Yeah. But, like, these gossip rags usually get this information and they spread it all around.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Nobody knew. It's just really sad.
My first thought was COVID, but then we would have known that he had COVID because someone would have reported that.
Yeah, see, you're a nicer guy than me, I guess. I just, whenever I see a celebrity dies that's super young, dark. I just assume it's overdose or suicide just because that's what happens to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, really sad situation.
Yeah. Very sad.
It's crazy.
Very surprising.
Like, had he started working on the next Black Panther? Like,
I don't know. I didn't
were
even
they
hear
wrapped
that there
on
was
Oh,
another.
there has to be another Black Panther. That movie was so huge, dude.
Oh yeah,
So huge. One of the biggest Marvel ones for sure. Yeah, very sad situation, and I hope his family. I wish well for his family.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
they're doing well.
Very shocking. Like,
Extremely shocking.
I couldn't believe it. So
Extremely shocking, which is why it was shocking that it was cancer.
yes, exactly. So, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, King T'Challa. Is that how you say
King
it?
T'Challa. Yeah.
I had some Black Panther comic books.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were enjoyable. Yeah. Rest in peace. Should we take another quick break?
Do we want to take a quick break?
Or do we want to just keep powering through?
Should I just...
Well,
I'll just put a mark on it.
Well, let's put a quick break because I really need to put in Kanata's theme here.
Okay. Just come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just back. We're back.
We're back.
So this is going to lead us straight into Weebus Plebus, but Akira is getting a 4K theatrical release.
Man, it's like we predicted the future. So, Akira's coming back, 4K remastering, going to be in IMAX, going to be everything like that. I mean, I don't know who owns the rights to this movie right now, but you cannot find it online. You can't rent it. You can't buy it. Like, it's not available for streaming. Yeah, 4K re-release for the anime fan. That's going to be huge news.
Huge news.
This movie is like, I guess most people think it's God tier.
Most people think it's God tier.
God tier anime.
God tier anime.
So yeah, I just thought it was hilarious that, you know, Weebus Plebus this week is going to be Akira, and then we got this news about a 4K theatrical release. Can you even see 4K in the theater? I don't know. I guess the bigger the screen, the better the resolution. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
were
mean,
these originally drawn in 4K? Like,
it is film, so...
Yeah, I know, but like...
Yeah, they might have... I don't know how it's
like,
gonna
they were
do.
hand-drawn and hand-painted. Like,
Because if it was shot on film...
Yeah, it had to have been.
Then they can do it up to 4K super easy.
Yeah.
Because film is infinite K.
Well, I mean, yes and no, I guess. But, like, if you blow it up big enough, then just the black line on the drawing just gets to be 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want that too much, but yeah, it's I mean, well, we may as well just slide straight into Weebus Plebus from here. This was a visually stunning movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, the animation in this was way better than Lupin the Third.
Oh yeah.
Way better, way nicer.
Yeah, any of these big movies that came out around then just have this
was
fantastically hand-drawn animation.
Wasn't this just like 3 years after? Or no, when did this come out? 89.
I don't know when Lupin
Or was it
came out.
82? Lupin was 79.
Yeah, Lupin's old.
Akira must have been a little later. But it wasn't that much newer compared to Lupin the Third. But yeah, I thought it looked way better than Lupin. The animation was way better. The style, I don't know if it's just because...
I think it's the style.
The style just looked way better to me than Lupin the Third.
Yeah, it's more of a... Lupin's more of a cartoony kind of kid-based style, whereas Akira's more gritty and
raw. There are some parts where it's like definitely anime, kiddie. Like,
oh yeah, they do the big mouths and stuff like that sometimes.
There's like a part where Kanata was laughing and he was kicking his feet up and down like a baby, and it was just like, okay, so there's some anime.
Yeah, that's classic anime right there. Anime trope.
But like, maybe we should start at the start of this thing here, and we can talk about as the movie progressed.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, it starts out, they're a biker gang, I guess, and they hear the clowns are
the clowns
are patrolling, and they're like, let's go, I guess, beat them up.
Oh yeah, you gotta F them up.
Have a bike battle. Yeah. And they set out and they have a little battle, and
this is a beautifully animated
very
battle.
Nice. And I don't know, is it this point where they play Kanata's theme?
Yep, this is where they play.
What an absolute banger of a song! Like,
oh yeah,
holy man!
I mean, the entire soundtrack
Yes.
it's just fantastic.
But as soon as that one was going, I was like, God damn, that song is tight. So good. So good. Afterwards, I went and watched it on YouTube just to hear the music. Like, holy crap.
And then requested it when I was playing Beat Saber.
Yes, I did request it when you're playing Beat Saber. The music's incredibly good. So good. Animation, incredible. I tried to watch this on 2 different streaming things, so we had to watch it illegally, because you cannot legally rent this movie.
Yeah,
I was just going to rent it because it was such a pain. I tried to watch it on some website, and it would play for a bit, and then it would play a commercial, and then it would stop playing the movie. I had to reload. So then I found another one, but each site had a different dub.
Yeah, the one that I watched was the one that had the commercials in it on the whatever site that was that you linked me. And yeah, the voices were completely different and threw me right off.
It had the new dub, I think.
Yeah, and it was not good.
So
I didn't like it.
I think I preferred that dub. I think I liked the new dub better, because I went and watched the remainder of the movie on the old dub, and I found that, maybe not for the main characters, but for like the secondary characters, the new dub was way better. Like the cops and stuff like that, their voices were more like emotional, and they had like more range to them, I found.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't even have told you if they had different dubs for the main characters, because they were similar, whatever. But it seemed also like they translated a little differently too. I noticed, because I rewatched one section, and there was like a little bit of difference between what they were saying in the one version and the other, which is always the way it goes. Well, not always. I shouldn't say that for anime, I don't know, but for video games, when they do redubs and stuff like that, they'll usually have a retranslation, and translation is improved. Yeah. Tenfold.
I was hoping that due to this redub that they would explain a little bit more in their translations, but they did not.
Okay. So I know that this was like a manga that they didn't really do everything. They had to cut out a bunch of stuff to make it.
A lot of stuff.
But I did not find it that hard to follow this time.
No?
No, I kind of knew what was going on. Like, at first, when the movie starts and there's like, it looks like an explosion, but it makes no sound. I was like, that's weird. Eventually, you find out that was Akira, like, becoming, like, basically a being of energy, I guess, and leaving his body or something.
Yeah.
He transcended, like, whatever.
Transcended the physical form?
Yeah, exactly. So at first I was like, well, that was a weird explosion. Like, why was there no sound? But then by the end, you know why. There was stuff where it was like, what's going on? But by the end, I was like, okay, I know what happened here.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
I think now that I'm 20 years older than when I first watched it, it made a lot more sense to me as well. Okay. Especially after reading the manga as well.
Oh, well, that'll help too, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing where I was like, what? How did they get to this point? Of course, it's anime, so it's like, well, why does, what was his name? Tetsuo?
Tetsuo, yep.
Like, why didn't he just squish Kanata right away? Like, he has the power. Why didn't he just kill him? I know they're pals and everything like that.
Yeah, they go a lot more into that in the manga.
They do show it in the anime, too. Like,
yeah, there's enough backstory in the anime that you get the idea.
He gets, by the end of it, Tetsuo had the idea that Kanata was like coming down on him and treating him badly, but it was kind of like the kid's misremembering, sort of, where he was like protecting him and helping him out, where he thought he was belittling him.
Yeah, they were friends back then.
So maybe there was like a psychological block. That's why he didn't kill Kanata right away.
Well, I think it's also is that they went back into being friends again. They're just like horse playing, but with like ultra power that can kill each other.
I guess you could say that too, but like Kanata did try to kill Tetsuo, just the battery on his laser ran out and he only burnt a hole in his shirt. But man, like some of the scenes, like you never see animation like this anymore. Like when
definitely not. The
toys come together to make the giant bear.
There's still some anime like this where it's like it's really like creepy and like crazily animated. It's like, what the frig?
The animation looks good.
Yeah. There's still stuff out there like that, but it's not done like this anymore. Like the classic. It's usually in CG.
Oh, that now. Anyways, you could tell they spent a lot of money on this.
Oh yeah.
Some of the big sort of set pieces and stuff looked great. Sometimes when it would be like they're focusing on Tetsuo's face, and it was like, well, his face is like his features are too small for his head here. And
well, I think that's just his face, is that he's got a big forehead.
Yeah, but like sometimes it just changed and it was like way too big. I don't know if they were something about his physical powers, the way his powers were manifesting physically, or something.
Forehead
like
gets
that.
bigger throughout the show.
It could be
more power, more
it
forehead.
Weird. Typical anime like stuff you'd see where Kanata's trying to hit on Kai. Is that her name? Kay, and she's just like, it's none of your business, and like walks away with her eyes closed and her head pointing up, and it's just like, okay,
classic
like,
anime right
classic
there.
Anime, whatever. A couple things that like they explained it afterwards is like when Tetsuo went back to the thing at the like bar thing and killed the bartender. It was like, why did he go back there to kill this guy? Like the guy at the start of the game called him a baby or whatever and like disrespected him. But then later it's like, oh, he went there to get drugs to control his new power. And it's like, well, why did he think to do that or whatever, Why did he think drugs were going to help him control his power? That stuff's not the best explained, but
No.
By the end it was like, okay, these kids trying to get their friend Akira back, and then they find the Akira's body parts and they work together to bring him back, and then he's going to blow up Neo Tokyo again. And they're like, well, we can take him away to another dimension and maybe he can control his power. And they take Tetsuo with them. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I definitely enjoyed this more than Lupin the Third, for sure. I don't know if it's just because the sort of cyberpunk appeals to me more. This was well, I guess it wasn't really cyberpunk, but like neo-futuristic.
Yeah.
With the 80s aesthetic and
apocalyptic future
in the near past of 2018 or 2019 when this
2019
when this movie takes place. It was enjoyable, an enjoyable film.
Yeah, it's way more adult than Lupin is.
Oh yeah,
way more adult.
Definitely.
Like there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore, there's a lot of like, oh my god, that just happened.
When Tetsuo breaks out of his cell and he just disintegrates the
guys. the first little thing where he just shoves everyone into the walls, and then vaporizes them,
and the arm just is like stuck to the roof and then falls off. And like when Tetsuo is like turning into his biomass and he's just growing, and his power's just out of control. And he crushes that other girl inside of him.
Yeah.
It was like, I can't remember her name.
Kaori.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's so nasty. But, there was... I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I
definitely enjoyed it more now than I did back then, because now I understand it a whole lot more.
I could see being young and not seeing what's going on. Since I can say... as an anime connoisseur that I am, this is the greatest anime of all time of anything I've seen. So that is definitely a fact. I've only seen very few, so this is at the top of the list right now. So it has to be toppled by something else in the future, maybe. I don't think next week's one's going to topple Akira out of the top spot, but this is at the top for sure right now. I would rate this 8 weebs out of 10.
8 weebs out of 10, excellent.
Lupin the Third was 6 weebs out of 10.
Yeah.
And I don't think I rated anything else.
That's all we've watched so far.
Well, I've watched Pokemon, but we said that was a cartoon.
Yeah, that's an Americanized cartoon series.
Very good. Anything else I can say about Akira? Yeah, the soundtrack was so good.
Yeah, my definite favorite part in that is when he is getting hallucinated by the other kids.
Oh yeah,
and the music that plays there and everything that happens is just like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
That was one of the changed translations. Was that part where Tetsuo gets glass in his foot? In the one version, the kid says something like "ew, gross," and they disappear. In the other one version, the one guy's like, "Stop being a weirdo," and then he disappears.
Yeah.
So yeah, that scene was. It looks so good. The animation was so good. I'm used to cartoons where it's just like, well, G.I. Joe, and they just pay $5 for the animation, and it just like looks like trash.
Overused frames. They use the same frames and all that. There's none of that.
And also this one too, like any of the background stuff that was happening, you couldn't tell what was going to happen. Like in Lupin, you could see in the background, like, oh, that skeleton looks like it's been pasted on as a sticker in the background.
They have the painted backgrounds and they have the cells over top. Where this is just none of that.
This you could not see that.
You can't tell.
Everything was looked so good. I'd be interested in reading the manga. This was a good one. This is the top of the list.
There's a box set down at
I don't want to buy
comic book
it.
store.
I don't want to buy it.
I definitely want to get it. It's like a huge box set, but it's like $250.
That's too much money.
Yeah.
That's too much money. Yeah, everything was about this was great. The style, the sounds. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen it subbed, not dubbed.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a subbed version, just the dubbed version. And I did not... the kids' voices done in the new style, I didn't like it. Like, I really like the kids' voices done in the old style, in the old dub.
That was the one thing that I didn't get at the start of the movie. Is like, what? I thought these were like aliens or something. Like, why do these little gray things? But then it was like, oh, they're like kids that have been like drugged up and taken care of to be like psychic power guys their whole lives. So they're basically pickled.
Oh yeah.
So that's why that was. But that took a long time.
It could be the power of Akira that's within them.
That too,
because they say that everyone has the power of Akira in them. Oh. They're just not able to control it, not able to bring it out. But that's why Kay could do it, because everyone's got the power of Akira in them. Mm-hmm. So they commandeer her because she's something special. Did. And I'm pretty sure in the manga they explain why she's something special. But I can't remember now. It's been like 10 years since I read them.
Yeah, no, this was a good one. And I always thought that, based off never seeing it or anything, I thought that Kanata's name was Akira.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the cover. It's for sure. Akira, like, you just assume that that's Akira sitting on his throne right there. Which this scene never happens in the movie, of him sitting on this couch with his broken bike and a statue.
That's not even his bike.
Oh, it's not his bike.
It's It looks kind of like his bike, but it's not his bike. It's the other guy's bike.
Where's the Citizen logo on there? I don't see it. Yeah, that's definitely not his.
It's not his. And they call him Kanata in this one.
Yes.
And in the first dub, they call him Kaneda.
Oh, Kaneda!
Yeah, like when Tetsuo was screaming for Kaneda to help, he's like, Kaneda, help me! Kari!
Yes. Oh, that scene was gross when she got crushed.
Oh, it's disgusting. So absolutely disgusting. Why did
she get killed?
Because he couldn't control his body, and she was the first one there.
I guess so.
And Kaneda wasn't all in there. Yeah, He's just like right at the edge. And she went like right into his baby form, his baby butt.
Yeah, that was animated so good too. I was like, this is a gross,
just disgusting, just disgusting,
nasty. Yeah, they spent a lot of money to doing that one.
Oh yeah.
And, so this guy that directed this, what's his name? Katsuhiro Otomo.
Katsuhiro Otomo.
Did he direct anything else?
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind checking out some of his other stuff if he has.
Otomo? Notomo?
Otomo, yeah. That's his name.
Otomo Domo? Otomo Memories? That's your Otomo.
So, yeah, he, I don't know if they, did anything else. He sent some manga.
Yeah.
If you go down further, we can see the director. Oh, he's got some stuff here.
Robot Terminal Neo Tokyo.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what his other stuff was. But we're not doing him next.
Nope. Next we're going to do Vampire Hunter D.
That's the classic first anime I ever watched. Is it classic?
It is a classic. It came out around the same time as Akira. It's the same visual style to it.
I started to watch it on YouTube, and it does not look as good as Akira.
No, it's definitely not as good. Definitely doesn't look as good, but there's like 10 times more boobies.
Well, okay, I don't care about that either, but that's fine. Was a sequel to Vampire Hunter D. They're both on YouTube.
Yeah, they are.
We're gonna watch the original.
Let's do it.
So make sure if you want to keep up with the discussion, make sure you join in and watch the Vampire Hunter D. But we also need to decide what we're going to do for the week after.
Yes.
We need to decide.
Maybe we'll do a series.
We want to do a series. So if anyone has a suggestion of a series, I'm not going to watch the whole series.
We're just going to watch like 3 episodes.
We'll watch like whatever, a movie's length worth of episodes maybe. So if anyone has a suggestion, you can add us on Twitter, on our Discord, whatever. And we'll decide, but we just want to make sure we got it before we get close to the time.